back at the tee with Scottie.
No surprise, fairway wood to lay up here as well. Breeze is up from the northwest today, dry.
Every afternoon it's got a little stronger as the days progressed.
Correct.
And he too in the right rough.
As we bring it live to the 18th tower, hello friends, Jim Nantz along with the Masters champion. And Trevor, this bumpy start here by Scottie's lofty terms, you know, here is one over, and suddenly we've got a competitive golf tournament. But if he were to win today for his 5th time in 8 starts, what are we talking about here as far as where he is in the game of golf and the mark that he's making?
Well, really, the last couple seasons, what he's done is just fantastic. And Jack even said it when he was up here with us yesterday. I mean, this is a privilege for us to be able to watch this run that I think we'll look back on in the next 10 or 15 years and say, man, that was a legendary golfer right there. It really is impressive. He's become a proven winner. 54-hole leads. He knows how to get it done. The last 4 times he's had a 54-hole lead. He has converted that. This is an interesting moment right here now, though, with the rocky start. Remember, yesterday he didn't play the 5th very well, but still, I would be very, very surprised if he did not get it done today.
He made bogey here yesterday at the 5th hole and made triple at the 9th, but here he is playing his 2nd.
Obviously laying up, avoid the trees coming from the rough.
And it's like a squirrel came down and took that ball and set it right up on this perfectly beautiful patch of Kentucky bluegrass rough.
Don't get me started on the squirrels again, Dottie.
We missed you yesterday.
He's got to fade this though, right, Dottie? Or is he going down the left side? Looks like the right side.
That, I believe, is down the right side, trying to set an okay angle and number.
Okay. Yep. Perfect.
Yeah.
Short grass, tight front hole location. Only 6 birdies here today. This hole's actually playing over par for a par 5. Unusual.
Yeah, slight shift in the wind today to the northwest, and the course is playing brutally difficult.
I just feel like at 8, I don't want to feel like I have to take any off. Like I can just come.
Yeah, that's a good thought coming from rough like that. Don't want to take any off. Just know that you can go ahead and hit it, get a little jumper, and it's still the right club.
And Ian, he has just 243 yards left and a pretty good lie, but he's going to lay this ball up.
Long left thumb. You notice that? Always interesting to see how the guys get their hands on the club. And he too playing safe. That's a good one, Colt.
Well, here's a look at this par 72 masterpiece. As we mentioned, 1974, 50 years back, May 27th. Jack shot 66 in the debut round after the ribbon cutting, playing alongside Tom Weisskopf. The chairman of the event is Jack II. President Steve Nicholas, Dan Sullivan, executive director. Chad Mark, though, you were talking about how hard it's playing. It's playing on about as plush of a setting as you can find.
Yeah, it is just so pure. The fairways are like carpets out there. But since this wind has switched and the wind has been around, course has started to firm up. It's actually playing at an average of just a touch over 75 today.
That's amazing. Signature event.
Lowest score in the house is 69 by Emiliano Grillo.
It's the U.S. Open before the U.S. Open today, right now. This one's back into the breeze.
Back into a strong breeze, Frank. Almost takes the bunker down the right out of play, but that's tugged.
He's meant to be 2 under for his round mark, but he's made a couple of birdies from all over the place. Pitched in on the first. Just hanging around. Back a hole.
Many thought at the start of the round that Scottie would just have a walk in the park today, starting at 10 under par, 4 in front. But it's been anything but these first 4 holes. Final round 75, as Trevor just mentioned. First 3 days, you see there, that's the difference. A lot of difficult hole locations today, and, you know, 15-mile-an-hour winds, fast greens.
I
I'm still on 60. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I was on the pin high, to the right of it, a little skip, and then pin that little left hand. So like, are you on the right edge of the, like the rough cut line? Yeah, right there. Okay. Like in the middle of that first cut line. Yeah, right there.
JJ Jakovac.
Yeah. You got
right there on Collin's bag.
A little? Yeah, I mean, I'm close to straight in. Yeah. Good? Okay. Show it to me.
Ian, he has 88 yards, and these greens are starting to firm up, but being it back into the wind, I still think he needs to throw this past the hole and spin it back towards it.
Yeah, you don't want to come up short.
83 covers in line.
Oh, okay. Good.
It's amazing, isn't it? The hitter knows, as we say when we play. He knew exactly that he hit that too far.
And didn't it react weird? A total miss hit. That ball actually had some topspin on it when it landed. It didn't spin back at all like we were expecting.
That ball looked so odd in the air.
Yeah.
It's amazing how you can tell with the short clubs the impact, where it's hit on the face, how it comes off the face.
Well, the feel for these guys is so precise. I mean, down to a swing weight, whether it was a groove low or high. 1 yard closer for Scottie.
Yeah, that is pretty much the average shot of the day here.
And you can see even into the wind how big of a first bounce that took, even with a great contact on the wedge.
Yesterday, I was watching this intently. Obviously a little thin, not enough sand. Got the ball first, flew the green, and a 6. A couple of 6s and a 7 on the card yesterday for Scottie. Very uncharacteristic for a man that normally leads par 5 scoring. Over to 6.
Sepp Straka. Nobody's driven it straighter than Sepp this week.
That golf swing, robotic, Frank, and that is a beauty.
Got a good flight, ball flight for these conditions too, Mark. Doesn't fly it too high.
Yeah, nice piercing draw, isn't it?
And just up ahead, second shot from 172 yards for Åberg. Åberg finished here. And this is quick. Bit of a rough start. Bogeys at 1 and 2. Did birdie 3. Back to 5. We will go.
Thank you, Frank. A good view from over the other side of the stream where Scottie hit it yesterday. Proximity to the hole here on the par 5 is over 40 feet, which is just unheard of on par 5s. Par 5s normally average, you know, that 4.6, shorter ones even less than that. Some weeks we see them at like 4 1/4. Very rarely over par. Sometimes the 14th at Pebble plays over par because it's such a tough third shot.
I think I made par there once.
Here or Pebble?
Neither. Both holes got the best of me.
Me too.
This is a tricky one here, Ian. And this putt Collin Morikawa has after a very poor wedge is going to be extremely fast. It's downhill and downwind.
As I said, just 6 birdies on this hole today. This from 43 feet, and it'll be pretty slippery.
Good to see him back in form, though. 4 top 10s in his last 5 events. Put himself in contention at both major championships this year.
Exactly. Said it stung that he didn't quite get those last rounds the way he wanted them. So he's going to really focus on that going forward.
It's because of this club right here. He had 31 putts the final round of the Masters and 34 putts the final round of the PGA. That is going to be the ticket for him if he wants to challenge Scheffler today.
He hold a good one for birdie at 3. He is playing with Scottie at the final round. Final pairing with Scottie, shot 74. But it was actually there at the Masters that he changed putters and really turned his putting around.
Yeah, he said he came to that week absolutely searching throughout the game and found a little something, and he's been able to keep that momentum rolling.
Yeah, it's good to see because he's obviously a great ball striker, great driver.
Here's another sign of Scottie's dominance. This is over the last 3 seasons. The most weeks inside the FedEx Cup top 3. Look at that, 68 weeks. Second best is 36 by Max, and then Sam Burns has a streak going. And that's a dominant performance to boost right there on this season with all the wins. That 1,600 point barrier there is the equivalent of 3+ wins just to pull even with him. He's at 5.
Similar line, Dottie.
Very much so. And another guy whose season's been turned around by a putter change. That was cruel.
Yes, when he putts well, he wins easily. When he putts average, he wins closely. And then when he doesn't putt well, he nearly wins.
That's exactly right. Last year, he was dead last in putting of the players who made the cut and finished 3rd here.
Yeah, amazing, right? This is his 8th consecutive tournament. He's actually been positive in putting since that putter change. And that one almost finding the cup. Only one time all year outside the top 10, and that was a 17th. Amazing run of golf from Scottie Scheffler.
Well, a difficult 6 today because of that wind condition, and sadly Adam had one that has found that left bunker, and chances of getting on the green 1 in 5. So not a good proposition ahead.
I'd give him less than that with the slip in front, Frank. That's 7-iron. He's challenging the sliver of fairway down the right over the water.
Well, that's bold. It'll still be a difficult pitch, but you'd rather go from closer in there. And he's dry. To 7.
And Xander, his first tournament since Valhalla, taking the Wanamaker Trophy.
Got a little help out of the right here. He's picked up a bit of distance this season, so he can send one down there.
Like to get a shot back here. He's a couple over through the first 6 holes.
Yeah, ugly double at the 4th.
And back to 6.
After the great tee shot, Sepp.
That is 7-iron, challenging the left hole location, but getting smashed by the wind.
Well, there's a good shape of the shot. We look for the ripples.
It's wet, Frank.
4 behind, big mistake. It's a beautiful par 4 too. Staggered bunkers, Trevor, you know, so you've got a sort of a bunker if you're a cutter or a drawer. And of course the angle of this green with today's hole location.
Yeah, very, very shallow. And since that wind has changed direction playing back in, it's actually the 3rd toughest hole on the golf course today.
Now Collin cuts it, so that's why he's looking at that left bunker.
Frank, it's 275 to get to that left bunker from where the tees are today, and like you said, back into the wind. So definitely not going to be able to cover that one today.
Yeah, he's way out there.
Well, while we wait, we go to 8.
Christian Bezuidenhout here at the par 3. He's 2 under par. Boy, he was smashing it on the range today. Make that 3 under. 3 under in a tie for 5th. Poor start. He didn't want that. Back at 6.
Morikawa now ready. Just needs it to cut a little.
Needs to move about a yard. Oh, it's good now, Frank.
Wow, that was close. Scheffler away.
Gosh, he almost fell over there.
I had a little difficulty here yesterday. Found the right fairway bunker, but not today.
He's got to oil those shoes. They squeak.
I mean, I'm used to him sliding all over the place, but that was something.
Up ahead now, the 4th shot for Straka.
Everything on the green tilts from right to left and back to front.
He can nearly hit it on the back and spin it back. Should he choose? Oh, he's doing that too. That's like just pulled on a string. Settle. Settle.
Viktor Hovland, as he is working from the top half of 11, this for birdie. over par on the front side. Defending champion and reigning FedEx Cup champion. 49 feet. Down that slope and a couple of feet short. So Hovland hoping that he can find some success on the back nine compared to what he had to endure on Saturday. It was quite a tough finish. The 10th and McIlroy. 2 under par. McIlroy even on the front with a birdie and a bogey today. 167 yards. Like the look of it. That's why. And a chance 12 feet beyond the pin to pick up a shot. Max Homa reaching this par 5 and 2. He's alongside Hovland. And a look at eagle. Right at 30 feet. Homa almost the tap in. He'll have a birdie. This is after doubling the hole before. Carded a 6 at 10. He was able to hoist it on the green from 277 yards out. So 2 putts from just inside of 30 feet. And at the very least, something positive after that 6 disappointing score at the 10th. Now Shane Lowry. Lowry looking to see if he can get one to drop. Shane Lowry alongside Rory McIlroy beginning the back nine. Working the 10th here. And hoping to hold this. Lowry with a good number coming in. Off the mark with the approach. So now from 33 feet. And Lowry, that one wanders to the right. And he'll be looking at par, still searching for his first birdie of the afternoon.
And we're back, final round. Adam Hadwin now his third.
Looking out to the right, just got to crest that ridge. And everything will work to the left and downhill.
Lovely touch.
I'll say so, Frank. That was gorgeous. Lower flighted.
Short game is sharp so far today, isn't it?
Certainly is, as we go to 8.
Yeah, and the big Frenchman. Back hole location today. The back hole location's playing easier when the greens are firm. The front ones are the toughies. Oh, that's beautifully played. We've seen 8 birdies already here at the 8th. Over to you, Frank.
Yesterday, Sepp was flawless in that round of 68. Today, a little ragged. That is some 5, though.
Grinding, Frankie.
Good save. To 7.
Okay, Xander.
.247, just to iron down the breeze.
Oh, how good is this?
Won't stay up. It's going to feed down close to where yesterday's hole location was.
From 247, that looked like it was right at it.
Yeah.
Back to 6.
Dave like today. These ones are real testers. So the green is cleared up ahead. Collin is ready to go. 6.
And Frank, the wind has completely lied down. That's 7-iron from 163, and this needs to take a seat.
Oh, that's horrible there. Very few have got it up and down from the back of this green. 7.
Well, here's Hadwin.
Just want to thread the needle between the bunkers left and right. That was a beautifully balanced pass there.
Sure was.
Hadwin said after yesterday's round, I don't expect Scottie to lose this golf tournament. So one of us is going to have to make a run tomorrow. And he's doing that. He's 200 through 6. And we go to 6.
Here is Scheffler.
Second straight day with 9-iron in here on a stellar line.
We harp about his distance control, but it is so good. So good. Back to 7.
Straka. Hard-earned bogey. No birdie so far through the first 6.
He loves to draw it at his best, and that is perfect.
Chance to do something here at the par 5 7th.
Everybody having a good time.
Tell you, if you're thinking about making a road trip to come to a tour event, you do pretty well for yourself if you decided to come to this one. Always got, of course, this kind of status, signature status, stay in Dublin. You'd have a fabulous time.
Great restaurants. Lots of good stuff happening.
Back over at 6.
I walked behind you guys on that bridge last night. It was bouncing all over the place. Maybe it was windy last night. Now, really tricky third shot for Collin here.
Yeah, this is no fun at all, Frank. Big mistake hitting it over this green. Straight downhill. I mean, to get it close, I think he has to land it in maybe that first cut of rough.
It's a severe pitch from where he is all the way down to the water.
The one mistake you can't make is just leaving it right in front of you and having to do the same thing again.
Yeah, that's why I think it's a little too risky to try and land it short of the green. Rather take a 10-12 footer and see if you can make it on the way back.
Just try to flip it underneath.
Can't do much better than that from there.
No, carried the ball about 3 feet. Barely stayed on the green. Two of the best cameramen in the business behind the green there. I'll give you some of the best pictures you'll ever see. Jay.
And Victor Perez found his way into the tournament through the Aon Swing 5. Third place finish last week in Canada. Back 1 to 7.
And Xander, long range for eagle.
Trying to get the 2 back that he spent at the par 3.
Get one of them back. See the yellow ribbon and maybe a few yellow ties during this broadcast. Play yellow Sunday at the Memorial Tournament. Everyone encouraged to wear yellow in support of Nationwide Children's Hospital.
I'm loving my yellow tie. It's got milkshakes on it.
Yeah, so not actual milkshakes, but picture of milkshake. Because I have seen some ties of yours that do have milkshakes on them. Yeah,
I may spill some on it
Maybe later.
and then I would still be correct.
I don't know how I can follow that up, really, but Collin did not lose his turn.
Now he's got about 10 feet coming up the hill here. Should move a little bit to his left.
Just what we were talking about at the last hole, Frank. The putter has to stay warm if he wants to challenge.
Yep, got to blame the second shot too. Final round here at Muirfield Village. Memorial Tournament presented by Workday. Dottie, all the birdies, only been 5. They've all come from this area above the hole.
Yeah, it's downhill, but not much downhill. I believe if it goes anywhere, it should want to just eke a little bit to the right. Even the speed on these is so predictable for him that it makes the whole plate bigger.
His first birdie of the day. Back to 10 under.
Here's Hadwin, now 2 behind.
He carries a 7-wood. That's the club of choice. Looking for the wind to turn that a little.
Will it stay up? I don't think so.
I think it's going to end up now.
Okay, just fine. It's a good shot.
Now struck up.
Same club for Sepp. He's got a bit more in the tank, though.
Look at that sweeping hook in here. Not enough, though. Flew that bunker yesterday.
Should be no problem down the wind today. That was
Got it again, you bet.
Yeah, just 280 over that first one. That is right into the narrowest portion.
Yeah, right into the neck. Perfection.
That's out there around 330 or so.
And Trevor, Collin doesn't show much emotion, but he was very frustrated walking off the 6th green. I believe he thought they hit the wrong club back there. He slung about a 90-mile-an-hour fastball at his caddy, JJ.
Keeping an eye on it. He's fine.
It's go time from there.
Yep, same place all 4 rounds for Morikawa off the tee at 7. Scottie's opened up the birdie gate with his first of the day. He leads by 2 with another scoring opportunity coming here at the 7th.
Well, Shane Lowry is now trying to see what he can do in terms of rallying here. His 3rd. He drove it 276, but found the penalty area. And you could just tell from that swing, stepped right after it, knowing that he just needed to chase it out. Leaves 134 coming into the green, and that will be his 4th coming up. Now the 2nd at 11, opposite side. And Rory. Another bit of a patchy lie to deal with. 262 yards. This one arcing left. And it might have found the walking path. Big bounce. And so Rory struggling a bit right now with some of those difficult lies. Victor Hovland at 13. Hovland yet to find birdie today. We'll try and work this left to right. A little too much, though. He's warning the fans up that right side. That will be beyond where the fans are just nestled in the rough, just hanging out and watching, waiting for these shots to come in. And so now it looks like he's got a difficult position to attack from. Will Zalatoris, the 16th. This back bunker, it will go quickly down that slope. And with the pin cut lakeside, you really have to be precise with those second shots. That's pretty good work from Will. The 13th for Max Homa, playing alongside Hovland, who has missed well to the right. And now Homa to see if he can find the fairway. This is up the left side. He's looking at that bunkering. It may have popped in. So Homa from that elevated tee down to this fairway below. It looks like he is in that left rough. 16 and been on. On downhill, trying to keep it going. pretty good play. And that's left for par.
We return to the 7th par 5, third shot coming up for Sepp Straka.
Pretty routine. Decent lie up the hill.
Got a swing to this one, Mark.
Yeah, that was not his best, Jim.
He'll have that putt for his first birdie of the round. Meanwhile, at 8.
PGA champion, Xander Schauffele. Plenty of green to play with. Nicely splashed out, about 6 or 7 feet left for the par for Xander. What a win at Valhalla. Spectacular golf. Back to 7.
And Hadwin.
A steep embankment 2/3 of the way there. This will require some hitting.
Such a fine putter, but this one better get up. We're at the 8th.
Playing alongside Xander Schauffele, Ludvig Åberg. Sweetest swing in golf, I believe. Just the par, but a slow start for Ludvig. 2 over par through 7. Kind of a, you could say, a Adam Scott light, maybe. We all thought Adam was the best when he came along with the swing, etc. Maybe so. Back at 7.
Straka. Well judged.
That demeanor is unflappable, Jim.
Yeah, really impressive how he made the save at 6 after being in the water. Bounces back. Well done.
Tate
has been putting well all week. Not firm enough for the read, was it? Back to 7.
And now Hadwin.
I would say of all the weapons in his arsenal, the flat stick is certainly the calling card. Simple read.
Needs this. Okay. I think you're right on the money with what you said, because you know that Scheffler's going to take a cut at it. So Hadwin's got to keep pace here. It's a beautiful start for him. 300 in his first 7.
Now down the way at 7. Ready to go is Morikawa.
That's 5 wood, and he is taking dead aim here.
How pretty's that ball flight?
Get up.
Pretty good, Trevor.
Let's take a look at our player profile presented by the all-new tailor-made TP5 and TP5X. This is the stretch we've been referring to when it comes to Morikawa. His last 6 starts, just look at that consistency. Great playing. A couple of times, though, with the chance to win before the putter betrayed him on Sunday. Scotty now.
Gonna need every bit of this 4-iron into the wind. .232 to cover the front edge. Beautiful line to start.
Oh, it's not there. Well, he was posing. I think he thought he.
Adam Hadwin getting set to go as he's picked up 3 birdies on the back, or excuse me, on the front of Muirfield Village. Scottie Scheffler, last group, making its way, trying to keep going in the right direction after losing that shot at 4, able to come back with the birdie at 6. And so now as he works the 7th, we'll see what the shot looks like coming up. Scottie with that drive of 321. And then the second shot, 249 yards. Was able to play out of the fairway, but now in that right rough. Here's Hovland. And his second here at 13. He was off the mark with his tee shot. It drifted well to the right. Off that cart path, he chose to stay on the path with his stance. and able to club that cleanly from 162, and that rides into that right rough, and so he'll have to chop it out from there. And Hovland scrambling. The 8th, and Adam Hadwin 9 under. As he is right now second on the leaderboard. That big bunkering. In fact, you see bunkers weave their way pretty much all the way around both the left and right entry into that green. 3rd at 13 now for Max Homa. He had to play out of the left rough, played it short of this green, and now this chip.
Great shot, dude. Really good.
Homa working it all the way to the flag. A chance to see if he can save his par from about 4 feet. Nice stylish shot.
We're back at the 7th, and Scottie trying to make sure he's got it down just right for this 3rd shot.
Sitting just below the green enough that you got to really trust your feel. You're not going to be able to see the bottom of the flagstick. It's got an okay lie. Most of the grass going toward the hole. And I think enough green to work with, but this hole is set out on, it's on a plateau. Right goes right, left goes left.
There's that little ridge that runs through there as well. So you think he's going to land it short of that and try and get it to tumble back there?
I think the lie dictates that, yes.
Yeah. Gets that club head outside his hands on the way down. Good contact always.
How many times have we seen him hole out a shot from about this distance off the green this year? Ask a lot coming out of the thick grass to do it there.
Distance control was great, though.
It's good 8.
And Sepp Straka, the big Austrian on the tee.
Wind bustling around between the trees here, Finchy.
Yeah, they seem to be struggling, Mark, to get the wind correct there. We've seen a lot of balls in that right bunker.
So now Morikawa, as disappointed as he was walking off the 6th, he can put that memory aside in one stroke here.
Yeah, he flushed that 5-wood from 270. This right around 40 feet, pretty slow coming up the hill.
Yeah, back into the wind as well. You can see that flag moving towards him. How's the wind out there, Cole? Is it starting to pick up?
It's a lot like Frank's driving, just goes in circles.
But it has a point.
It is all over the place right now, though.
Boy, it's just not coming down.
That was a tricky read.
I think he saw some of the same stuff on that right side of the cup that Scottie did with his pitch. Here's a look at the last 3 pairings and where they all currently reside, with Scheffler and Åberg up at the 9th. Let's go to 8 first.
Yeah, I mentioned that a lot of the players had found the right bunker, Mark.
That ball rolled down into its pitch mark, and this is spectacular from that lie.
That was pretty saucy right there.
Wasn't it great technique? Just buried that club head down into the sand.
A lot of hours spent practicing in bunkers to make that feel. Over to 9 now.
And Scheffler.
Whole location in a bowl in the front right. Cannot come up short.
Well, he had his yardage. It hit about hole high, and
there's the little bowl.
have a look at Birdie. He's tied 6 at 2 under par. And now Scottie for birdie at the 7th.
3 under on the par 5s this week, despite having 3 6s on par 5s. It's been very much feast or famine.
Made the left to right at the previous. Let's see what he does with the right to lefter.
Thought he made it, Trevor.
Me too. Speed was decent. Just needed a touch more break.
Snap left the last foot. So he does not match Hadwin's birdie at 7. Hadwin has a putt about 10 feet for par at the 8th. He's playing with Straka.
And a much better lie here, Mark, for Sepp.
And a shot that's infinitely easier too. Sort of caught in between two minds there, between the chunk and run and the flying the one there, Finch.
Yeah, he didn't like it as soon as he hit it. He knew. 7 again.
Morikawa. Birdie.
Beautiful roll on that putt. That one will give him a little confidence.
He's won here before. Back in the COVID summer of 2020, what was called the Workday Charity Open. Memorable playoff with Justin Thomas. In both holes, long putts, including a 50-footer by JT, and then Morikawa right on top of him from 24 feet. Sad thing is no one was here to see it.
That's right. And the following year, he finished 2nd in this tournament in 21.
Okay, they head to 8 as we go to the green side.
And the Ryder Cupper pours another one in. Played at Marco Simeone in Rome, Italy last year on the European team. He was 1-2-0 on that team. And Georgia Bulldog moved to Valdosta, Georgia when he was 14. Came from Vienna from one V to the other. Bit of a culture shock, I would think, from Vienna to Valdosta.
He's picked up the accent, no problem.
Yeah, he's great, isn't he? He's one of my favourites out there. Always a good chat. And a smile on his face, always. Sepp Straka. Now, big week, big day for Adam Hadwin.
It's been a clinic on and around the greens thus far. This one downhill, a little wiggle from his right.
Little too much respect for the downhill. Has to finish 2nd today to jump past Corey Connors in the rankings, make his way onto the Olympic team. Yeah, it's a great thing that Callaway does. All of the OEMs make great support for the local charities. Callaway doing a wonderful job. You never know. These kids that come out to watch, they look to see what their heroes are using. Choose one and maybe stick with that for life. Trying to figure out the wind. See, they're all looking up, trying to figure out where it's coming, which way the flags are blowing, the trees are blowing, the clouds. I always looked at the clouds, Trevor.
Yeah, it's causing havoc out there. Just 28% of the players hitting this green in regulation.
How about all the par 3s are playing well over par? The 12th and the 16th are over 3.5 today.
Yeah, 16 has been a beast all week.
Oh, another front hole location that's giving the players fits today. Sungjae for birdie down the hill. From around 55 feet for Sungjae, that's a good putt. Only 10 birdies at 11 today as well. Averaging nearly 5. Oh, that's a great view, isn't it? Just a beautiful downhill par 3. 14 to 48. Greens in regulation, just 29%. Is it the wind, do you think, Trevor? Because it's an easier hole location.
Yeah, for sure. And because you're playing downhill, that ball has just got a bit more hang time, so that breeze can really affect it.
How about you, Colt? You're there. What are you feeling there up on the tee?
I'm feeling down off the right now, but these guys are really struggling to figure it out. He's had 2 clubs out the whole time. But Ian, it's also a very narrow target.
Yeah, it's a long, skinny green. Scoring average 75 today as well. Up a couple, we showed that earlier.
Yeah, just 14 yards wide back there with this whole location is.
Collin's 2 under on the par 3s this week. It's a pretty good trend. Scottie's playing them well as well.
That's 7-iron on the way for Collin.
Another green missed it. Maybe found the flattish bowl of the bunker, or could be slightly downslope. Not an easy shot. To 9.
There's Scheffler for birdie.
Been a costly front side for Xander.
At 11.
Had a nice chat with Tony yesterday, mic'd up. Always a good friend of the family here at CBS. And a birdie at 11 for Finau. Third straight day for Tony to birdie the 11th. He's 3 under, tied 5th. Now, an open door for Scottie, Dottie.
Hole playing almost 40 yards longer than it did yesterday. That's 6 iron on the way.
Trying to hold it. Has he held it enough?
Had the right bat.
Well, Scottie is even through his first 7. The last player to win 5 tournaments before the U.S. Open in a year, Tom Watson, 1980. Scottie's out to do that today.
Victor Hovland, second at 14. That wind is up just a bit. Raised green. 130 yards. This has got a chance. Oh, look at it. Coming right off the top. Nearly in the cup for a hole out. Beautiful side spin. Great action on that shot. And he'll have a chance for his first birdie of the afternoon. Akshay Bhatia at 16. Same score. 2 over par. Bhatia tripling 6. He had 2 birdies on the front, but still 2 over going out, even on the back 9. And that hung up on the top of the green. Just that little ribbon of rough. So enough to prevent it from coming down the slope. And here's the tap in. And Hovland, he may not have expected to see anything close to the cup based on his approach shots up until that shot into 14. Perhaps it'll renew his enthusiasm as he heads to 15. So as Hovland was able to walk up and tap in, Homa still in a challenging spot here. And so Homa drove it up the left side, was aggressive off the tee, just powered at 366 yards, and that left him about with a 100-foot shot. From there, trying to play this one. Up in the air for Max Homa, working 14. That's going to go through the green. That was about 100 feet from the cup after a big drive, and he was hoping that he would get close for a chance at birdie. Instead, he's scrambling. 16. Jason Day. Day alongside Akshay Bhatia. 3 over today, and that will leave a long play for birdie coming up.
Back at the 9th with Sepp Straka 4th position right now.
A win from the rights. A front right hole location. That's a tough combination.
Try to save that follow through there.
A little defensive there, Trev.
The draw does not fit to that.
And we go back to the 8th.
Not an easy one here, Colt. Slight downslope.
Yes, on the downslope, and the green also runs away. This is extremely difficult.
10 or 12 foot would be great.
Put a lot of speed behind that one.
That was cool technique, wasn't it? Stance was shut, hips were open, picked it up. Yeah, picked it up really steep. Just watch that. Look how vertical that shaft is. And then all of the speed right here to just slide that club head past the ball. And a ton of spin.
Really open with the left foot and right foot back, as you said. Shut stance. knees flex to get lower.
Don't try that on the course unless you've practiced it a little before.
Especially if there's anyone standing to the right. Okay. He's been so good at this.
Just got a lot more ball than he had anticipated, and I think a better lie than he was anticipating as well.
Yes, he's been so good around the greens all season. That was one that I thought he might have just chipped in. Over to 9.
Yeah. Just kind of waiting for one of those. Hatwin.
Just enough grass behind the ball to scrub the spin off it.
He's grumbling.
Yeah, tough shot with the ball above your feet there.
By the way, as we go out to the 12th, our Aon Better Decisions breakdown. What's the better decision here, Trevor?
Now we take a look at the dangerous par 3. Backyard hole location today. You can see just how shallow that green is. Players obviously want to stay away from the water, but if you bail out, that back left bunker is no gimme up and down. When we simulate 10,000 shots, players get 16 feet proximity from that bunker. You got to be careful at 12.
Here's M.
Back into the wind. You see him trying to flight that down. And we're about to see how difficult that bunker shot is because the players have to land it on a downslope there.
And he's got company in that bunker. Finau was in there first. We're at 8.
And this would be a wonderful up and down for Collin. Remains 6 under.
Not a lot of movement in this one. Back up the hill. Oh, walking it in, Ian.
Banged it in. Sensational up and down.
2 beautiful putts in a row, huh?
Really good.
Nice.
Looks like he knows what he's doing there. They are solid. Look at that. The putter's just perfectly resting on the turf.
Look at the roll.
Roll on that line. Only 17 of 52 players. It's around 27% have hit that green today. That's how hard it is to hit the 8th. Well, he's a lot happier now. A lot happier than he was when he walked off the 6th with bogey. Those 2 putts have turned him around. Big putt here.
Huge putt to maintain a 2-shot lead. Inside right.
That's quite poor, I gotta say. He got away with a nice slide just through the back of the green there. Poor chip. And then doesn't make the putt.
Do you think the lie being better than he'd thought or better than you normally get, and he was a bit aggressive with the chip? Because it was sitting nicely, wasn't it?
Yeah, possibly, but...
A bad bogey.
Yeah.
A soft bogey.
Especially, you know, when he hasn't taken advantage of going into the par 5 7th with an iron. So it's back-to-back holes where he's given up some shots.
Shot on each. Felt like this should have gone in by his reaction, and it looks there like it should have.
Yeah.
Just wobbled a little right, about 2 feet short. So we're not saying it was a bad putt. It was a little unlucky not to go in. Just his chip was a bit aggressive and careless. At 9.
Up on the green, Hatwin.
Some healthy rough around that ball. And that better get traveling to catch the slope.
He's trying.
Oh boy, Trev.
Just perched on top.
Meanwhile, at 12.
So players just getting up and down from this spot 29% of the time. You see that down slope they have to land on? That is such a difficult shot.
The green at 9. Straka.
It'll be fast. Turning to his right.
Yeah, the bowl right there.
Almost count the dimples on the ball when it's rolling down.
Yeah, that was well judged.
Here's the shot I want to see. The tee shot first is Morikawa, and then Scottie hit it out of bounds here yesterday at the 9th.
Trevor, this hole just 400 yards, but it is a brutal one. You've got to hit this fairway.
It's a great thing about this golf course. It asks you a question on every shot.
Look at Hadwin go about 4 feet outside the hole.
Golly, Jim, he missed on both the line and the speed there.
Man, they're letting Scheffler off of the hook here after his mistakes at 7 and 8.
He's not going driver today.
He is not. I had a chance to communicate with his teacher, Randy Smith, last night. It was a descriptive picture of what he thought happened here yesterday. Kind of a brain blank. Lesson learned. Better swing. Better choice of golf club.
You didn't say it yesterday. It was uncharacteristic. Scottie Scheffler. He went with driver. He was trying to cut it, and instead it went left, hit a tree, and went over the fence.
Spoke to Jack about it this morning. He said you wouldn't want to go look for that ball. There's all sorts of poison ivy over there.
There's some bears back in those woods. Or at least one. Now, Hadwin has this to avoid a double. Okay. Steady over that putt. With that bogey, the field today on the front side, plus 70 at 12. And he'll drop a shot here. We're at 18. Cross-handed chip shot coming up from Fitz. Look at that. He landed in the fringe.
This is really good here. Beautiful finish. Birdies at 14, 15, 17.
I think he just won the chip off with Hideki. Try to beat that.
Knocks that in. He'll tie the low round of the day at 69.
Tied for 6th. Headed to Pinehurst. And the U.S. Open, which he won 2 years ago.
I tell you what, guys may need a day off after today. This course is wearing them out.
Yeah, look at the thousands who have come out here to watch it. This handsome leaderboard. So this is Scottie yesterday.
That was on 5.
Yeah.
Checking if there's any mud on it.
That was the tee shot that went out of bounds. This is the great one at 17. Somewhere between what Tiger used to do with that jump kick and somewhere between Tiger and Happy Gilmore. Some shot.
Yeah, it sure was.
Give us a little take on this.
Gonna have to make a visit to the chiropractor after that one.
Morikawa is away.
Rough. Oh, see the bank? Yellow line? Yep. Thick rough. Where it ends right there. Right? Yep.
Pretty good amount of wind. You see those legs up there?
Yeah. Nice 56?
Yeah.
We'll even play it. I can't really play that much help.
Yeah. No, I don't think there's any help. I think it's straight across.
Okay. Field shot.
Yep. See you, bud.
I mentioned earlier that Collin had won on this golf course in the summer of 20. He's had other success in the Columbus area, including qualifying for his first major in a sectional qualifier here in Columbus back in 2019 for the U.S. Open.
Just a sand wedge on the way, and you got to be a brave man to take on this whole location.
He's done it.
Wow, what a shot.
Perfect number for him to go ahead and hit a full sand wedge.
Well, it was at the 9th hole at the Masters where things really turned, if you remember. Collin got stuck in a bunker greenside left and left one in there, made double, and Scottie knocked one a foot and was showered with an extensive roar. But now it's Morikawa in close.
And concern over this lie, both Scottie and Ted taking a really good look at it, was sitting down a bit. That's the only play he really could have. You got to take the water out of play.
Sepp Straka coming to the tee now to begin the back nine. You have the uphill play here at 10. Pars throughout the week. This one is moving left to right. Bunker certainly in play there. And it does look like Straka has found the sand. Now this is right at 14 feet. Scheffler up ahead at the green for par. And that one just graces the bottom edge of the cup and does not fall. Scheffler surrendering a shot. You can tell he certainly is not pleased with that. Drops to 1 under for the week. He is now 3 over today. Just has not been striking it the way we're used to seeing it from Xander. Back to the tee. Adam had one. This one starting on the left side of the fairway and just drawing into that rough. So had one just a little tug on that tee shot. 267 off the tee into that left rough. Scheffler and Morikawa stalking their putts. We'll get back to those two in just a moment. Now Shane Lowry. Just a gorgeous view with the fans gathered up above. Shot into 14. Second for Lowry. That's going to spill into the bunker. 236 yards off the tee. Had the short club coming in 133 yards, and with the wind picking up, he misses the green.
We're back live. Scottie Scheffler getting a closer look at the last part of this break. It's going to be coming down a slope. He's just a few yards, maybe 50 yards away from where on Tuesday he delivered a eulogy early in the morning. All the players in the field gathered around to remember Grayson Murray. It was, by all accounts, all the things that Scottie has accomplished in golf. The grace he displayed on Tuesday, remembering a friend, without a note, by the way, was extraordinary.
Yeah, no notes and all from the heart. The fastest part is the second half of this putt. It'll pick up some pitch about at the halfway mark.
The same read, a much softer touch than Adam before him, so that'll curl around just fine to secure a par. There's a sign, the 18th. PGA Tour, this tournament, remembering one of their own. Okay, Colt, this for birdie.
really good look. See if he can pay off that great wedge. Trevor, this is one he definitely expects to make.
There are no Sunday blues with the putter today for Morikawa.
Yeah, last 3 holes rolling it right into the middle. Let's see the reaction. There you go.
14 putts on the front side. That's only the 3rd birdie given up today. 3 for the field as the final pair come through. He joins Eric Cole and Keegan Bradley, the only ones to make a 3 at the 9th.
That talking to he gave to himself after 6 worked.
Well, Morikawa goes out at 35. It's 37 for Scottie. The only birdie coming at the 6th. At the 10th.
Poor tee shot. Seb Strucker will pay the price.
That's just a layup. Frank, this hole 470 plus uphill into a chilly breeze is brutal right now.
It is, Mark. There's only been 1 birdie at 10 so far today. Whole location difficult too, tucked right behind that bunker. Now, Seb Strucker was on one side. On the other side is Adam Hadwin.
Thick rough, but he can see the back of the ball. He's got 6 iron in hand, trying to trundle something up there. Oh, he made good contact, Frank.
Oh, it's a great shot just to get it in the mid-tier, especially when you're coming off back-to-back bogeys. Fine shot. Now across to 13. Finau, thank him yesterday for a wonderful walk and talk. Oh, is this any good? Maybe we can put Finau's walk and talk in and he might get a Tony. Now at 10. Seb Strucker, his 3rd.
He walked past me and said, can they make this golf course any harder? And with a wry smile on his face.
I wouldn't challenge Jack with that.
I was just thinking.
Oh, could nearly have come down the hill. Start of the back 9. Morikawa has cut the deficit in half. 4 straight days, people in Ohio have come out. Been tremendous. All ages, future champions. Dad's got the cell phone out trying to take pictures of a couple of good golf swings to copy. See which one his boy's going to emulate.
And Frank, Mark mentioned it. This is a brutal par 4 today, playing back into this wind. As always, just beautiful rhythm.
He's been positive with the driver. Used the driver down the opening hole. Every tee shot, positive.
Scottie on the back 9 this week, under par all 3 days. 32, 35, 34. He's especially made some money at the 15th hole. Birdie, eagle, birdie.
Second toughest hole through 3 rounds, proving to live up to its reputation again. And that ball needs to come back off that slope if he has any chance.
Well, got over a little right mark, but still very close to that lip. Up ahead, had one. This would be some 3.
Should move left to right early and want to straighten late. Tell you what, Frank, after that tee shot, he will happily take a par 4.
You're right about that, Mark. 4 was no problems here at 10. Final duo, they head down to 10. And what will the final 9 bring today?
uphill putt. Hovland for birdie at 15. Looking to see if he can, at the very least, come in with some positives. Looking for back-to-back birdies. This will travel 19 feet. Look at it turn right into the cup. And the fans love it. Perhaps a little bit of a wry smile from Victor, defending champion, finally seeing a couple of putts go in. That moves him back to 1 over on the day. Rory McIlroy, our camera behind all these fans that have gathered around the screen. Nice view, nice play. And so Rory trying to hold that close. He has struggled on the back half after being even going out. Both he and Lowry, their card littered with squares. For par, Homa. And that was very tentative. Cautious, and it hurt him. And so Homa, knowing that's a precious stroke to let go of, especially when you're that close to the cup. Now Lowry for par. This will float down that slope just a little outside that left edge. Did not play enough borrow. And so Lowry once again missing the cup and tapping that one in. Just been a struggle. Back-to-back lost shots for Lowry. His only hold 35 feet worth of putts. The par 3 16th, and Hovland now coming off birdie at 15. Pinned down lakeside all the way to the back portion of that green. Hovland with a good line. See if it holds. No. Into that back bunker. Big hop. And so Hovland will be scrambling here at the 16th.
Back here, 10th green. Struck out all sorts of problems there.
Going to require the cashmere insert on the blade. This thing's hasty.
Can put the brakes on. Turn left. Ooh.
So Straka made bogey up ahead at this 10th hole to drop to 4 under par.
Frank, this from 183, and this hole located just over a very deep bunker. Do not want to come up short.
See how far left he's aiming for his cut.
That's a 6-iron on the way. Good line if it's enough.
Ooh, that was dicey. That's superb now. Scheffler now in trouble. 0.0 of the players that have hit it that bunker. By my math, that's not very good, right?
So you don't like the odds on this then, do you?
Well, he is the best in the business. I'm going to watch it, that's for sure. He will be the first.
The rake job wasn't the best in the business, but it's okay. It rolled out of the worst part of it. This is 7-iron. I mean, he's going to have to work hard to get this thing up quick enough.
You think you can do it, Dot? No one's done it from here.
I'd feel better if there was 8-iron in his hand, to be honest.
Let's see what the feet do now that he's dug them in. A little less movement.
Well, that's the first.
Superman.
We keep saying he's special.
We got to change that stat now. Great shot. Look at the strike, Trevor. I mean, you're right, too. Keep an eye on those feet. Still just a little bit of movement.
Just right out of the middle of the face. His sweet spot awareness during his swing is next level.
And especially when he needed to come up with a good shot. To 11.
Something special indeed. Hadwin now at the par 5.
Straight back into the fan. That's a brave line, Finchy.
It is down the left side, down the creek line. Oh, beautifully followed, but just finds that first cut of rough. No problems. Here is Sung Jae Im. Even par in his round, 2 under total. That's a tie for 6th. Couple of birdies already at 14 this week. Oh, big first bounce. Greens very firm today. Wind each day. Spectacular.
One of the reasons why too, Ian, because it's a great second shot golf course.
Yep.
And there's one of the similarities between Scheffler and Tiger Woods, the ability to judge the right distance.
That's why are we really surprised that the top 2 names in that leaderboard, when you look at it from here, Scheffler and Morikawa, I mean, for years those guys have been the best iron players on tour.
I know some people might like deeper scoring, but you still need to test the best every now and again. Give them a golf course that actually separates them.
Well, walking up and down the range, you speak to the players and caddies about it. They say, look, it's tough. It's brutally tough, but it's fair. You know, you get rewarded for high quality shots at Muirfield Village.
I think it's important to remember, too, that they've gotten wind over the last 3-4 days that they normally don't get at this time of the year. And it's changed the ballpark a lot.
Only man to make birdie here today, Justin Thomas. Shot a round of 72. So a make percentage of 7%. He did it right with 0%. Did it. That looked good.
3.5.
He's caught a few edges so far today.
Mm.
I mean, the speed too was just rolling, nothing more.
He's chuckling coming off the green because he knows how good that was, Frank.
Yep. Now Morikawa.
Going to move to the right, but not as much as Scottie's. I cannot believe Scottie's ball did not go in.
So despite 2 great shots, doesn't gain there. Good fours, though, by both of them. They'll head to the 11th, which is sometimes reachable into this breeze. Big man in golf, the common now. He's 6'3". Reminds me of one of my heroes who's going to go into the Hall of Fame, Tom Weiskopf, also 6'3".
Tracing this hour provided by TrackMan. Going to be so many people tomorrow. Thrilled to see that moment finally arrive for Tom Weiskopf. Long overdue. I've heard from Lanny Watkins today, the Hall of Famer himself. He's going to be there in a large part. He wants to be there to see it happen for Tom Weiskopf. I know he was a hero of yours, Frank. You're not the only one.
Yep. TV, golf, you name it.
And a great golf course architect as well, as good as any. Just Striker and Hadwin have both laid up ahead.
He did not like that strike, Ian. Only had one hand on the wheel, but it's going to be just fine in the first cut.
120 feet of curve, but it's no problems. They're not getting there in 2 today. Only 3 players have gone for it, and they're the big hitters.
That was a big swipe, wasn't it?
Now Sungjae just off the edge of the green, very makeable though. Little right left uphill. Another one of those ball strikers you guys were alluding to. You've got to be a good ball striker here. Speaking of great courses that Tom Weiskopf designed, Scottie Scheffler won in Phoenix twice. Tom Weiskopf designed. That down the right side, carried the bunker. Oh, could get a little help from the path. Very similar to yesterday for Scottie Scheffler. He has a 2-shot lead as he marches down the hill at the 11th.
Scottie Scheffler, as he just makes the comfortable walk up from the teeing area into the fairway. Take a look at this lie coming up in a moment. Dogleg left, and he drove it 319 yards into the right rough. Now Sepp Straka. Good follow through, trying to create some spin, hoping that that one would work its way back down that slope. It does not. At least it swings back towards the front of the green. Straka coming off bogey on the previous hole. And so now looking to see if he can have another opportunity. Two-time winner Sepp Straka from Austria. Now Hadwin. We'll get back to Hadwin. Right rough, the lie for Scheffler coming up. Just in front of that bunkering. So Hadwin is set to go 100 yards. Actually, looks like a little less than that for Hadwin. Bunker protecting the front. This is 85 yards according to ShotLink. And a little work down that slope with the spin. And so Hadwin will have roughly 20 feet for a birdie chance. So he is closer to the cup than where Straka is. Straka's 31 feet from the flag. Now the tee for Viktor Hovland. Defending champion at 17. This will work towards the left center of the fairway. Pretty good tee shot.
At 15, Shane Lowry. This just moments ago was playing with Rory. He's also struggling today. Yeah.
I'm glad he's kept his sense of humor about it. Look at that scorecard.
Oh, goodness. 42 going out and a double on 11. Rory playing with him also made double at 11.
I think it's safe to say Muirfield Village is winning today.
This was yesterday. Shane had quite a go of it on the par fours. This was at the first hole.
From 195 yards. What a way to get it started.
A holdout also from over 100 yards for Eagle at the 14th hole.
Yeah, 119. Remember back at the Masters when he holed out at the 14th as well.
And now he just chipped in. I mean, he leads the tour in holdouts, I guess. Although this guy's got to be up there in that category for sure.
Yes, I would think so, Jim. We've seen so many. Seems like he has quite an opening there. Dottie, no issues to get it back into the fat of the fairway with his layup?
No, they're just fine. It's just a long way from the target.
Massive break too, that he's in that trampled down area near the path.
Yeah, get a little more spin.
Super clean. Most of the grass is growing to the right.
You'd expect this ball to go right to left through the air with Collin, ball above the feet.
Ian, he had 317 yards, so just a layup, and this one headed up the left side.
And that rough up the left side is very thick. Seeing guys trying to chop it on the green out of there and come up in the water short earlier today. So that's not easy. Here's Rory at 15.
Yeah, we mentioned he's playing with his great friend Shane Lowry. They won the team event in New Orleans a little more than a month ago. This for eagle.
I'm not sure that these two are breaking par best ball today.
It's surprising, isn't it? Back to 11.
And that's what Scottie has. Just try and hit it down there into the fat of the fairway. Maybe a seven or 8 iron. Just get it into the short grass, Dottie.
Stole my thought. You sure you got it?
Yeah.
Maybe 6 iron because it's into the wind, but we're in the same zip code. Yep.
Yeah. No reason to try and take too much on here. Just get it in the short grass so you can control the spin on the next.
Yeah, and if you can create a little better angle, that'd be a bonus. But these shots count the same. Don't fall asleep.
Okay, wisely done. Very good call. Sometimes you get a little bit lackadaisical on those layups, especially with the short iron like that. That was well done. Very important shot in the scheme of things. Now, Sepp Straka. This is about the distance most of them have been hitting it in here. Only wedges in about 30 feet.
Broke the putt into 2 halves. First half straight, the second half quickly to the right, Finchy, and that's a lot of work left.
That really broke a lot at the end, didn't it, Mark?
These greens are getting brisk.
Trevor, here at the second hole with some of these missed putts today.
Yeah, he has been rolling the ball quite well. The speed control has been dialed in. Just look at that. Ball dying all around the cup. Now here at 5. This one down the hill. Right here it's straightened. Another one so close to dropping.
Yeah, I can't believe that one missed, actually.
7. This was the right to lefter.
Wow, he's 2 in front. By the look of those, he could have been 5. Here at 8.
This one was for par, also right to left. We had a nice view from behind on the replay. That one looked like it was going to drop down. Now here at 10.
How good was this one?
Yeah, I gotta say, right about here, I thought it was in. Wow, high side too.
All those misses and still 2 in front of Morikawa and Hadwin. Hadwin's up on the green. He has this for birdie. You know, I think seeing Seps break away so quickly made him give that a little more. Still only 3 players on the course today under par. 3 guys, 1 under. Morikawa, Hadwin and Finau. 1 player even and all the rest over par on their round. Here's Tony over at 15.
He drove it into a fairway bunker on the right side. This is from 106 yards.
Trying to use the backstop. Here we go.
By the way, there have been 5 77s, 2 78s, 3 79s, and a pair of 80s. And there's some scores that are still to be turned in that are out on the course that are not going to be below 80.
Muirfield Village is growling at these players today.
Jan Perkins, our camera operator up in the tower on the right. He's my man at Augusta in my tower. Does a great job.
What's his nickname? Ian?
I'm just going to keep it out right.
Cupcake.
Ah.
I wasn't going to bring that up. Sorry, Jan.
I was going to make you.
Big shot here for Collin. Mentally, he's in a good space right now with the way the last 4 holes have gone. He's coming back. Scottie's missing putts closely.
That's pitching wedge from 132. Trying to draw towards it.
Got the distance correct. Scottie Scheffler was looking intensely at that as well, seeing the flight, see how the wind affected it.
Yeah, you can learn a lot watching the trajectory, listening to the strike.
14 right now. Pretty much on his ball. Or just inside. You like that? Straight in? Yeah.
You could hear the conversation. The wind is, in fact, straight in on this angle. And I believe the really good aiming point is just inside Morikawa's ball.
I agree, Dottie.
Good thump.
Oh, too much spin. Settle down. Wow. That spun back a lot. Might have got a little gust, see him looking up to the heavens. But still, he has a 2-shot lead.
Rory McIlroy 2 over par. 16 now, the par 3. Pinned down to the bottom left. And you can see from our camera angle that saddle right there in the center of the green. You find the wrong side of it, it's a long path to the pin, and it appears that is the case for Rory. So he'll have to come over that shoulder in the back and then expect a very quick play down that fall line. Viktor Hovland, long play for par now. He moved it back to 1 over. Birdies at 14 and 15. Then lost the shot at 16. And here he is from 31 feet. Almost. Almost had that line. So he'll give another one away. Tapping in for a bogey. Now Lowry at 16. Lowry, this one looking like it's going to come up short and right. It does. Does not make the green. That's a disappointing day to be sure. It started with a bit of a struggle off the tee at 1, which led to bogey, and then he just could not get things cleaned up on the front. First birdie coming at 15, and now short of the green at 16. Not what you expect from a world-class player, but he's hoping he'll figure things out before the day is done, and then on to his next start with high hopes to return to good play. Downhill putt here at 17, Max Homa, 3 over. Hovland missed his par putt. Now Homa. And just like Hovland, barely missing the cup, he'll have a tap-in bogey.
Back at the 11th with our leader, Scottie Scheffler.
A sticky lie, a little bit of a funky stance, must fly the ball onto the putting surface.
Just a deft touch. Amazing contact every time, regardless of the lie. Look at that, just pops straight up.
Nice angle of attack. You see there, not much follow through.
At 12, Hadwin tied for second with Morikawa.
It's a terrifying looking target back into the wind, and that's 7-iron.
Swallowed up by that front bunker, Mark.
Sure, that's a popular spot down there.
Better than long.
At 15 feet out for birdie. This would pull him even with Straka for 4th. Meanwhile, 11.
Wow. To just get within 1, Collin, for another birdie.
And you can see the confidence in this stroke, and he's been rolling it great all day.
Has he ever?
That one right down his line, just misread it.
Little firm for the break. But yeah, he certainly looks good. Keeps the putter moving behind the ball while he's getting set up as well. Putter rests evenly on the putting surface. That's pure. So both walk away with fives here at the par 5 11th. Only 11 birdies all day at the 11th. Pretty amazing on the par 5. Only 3 players went for it, and only 1 found the green in 2. Now they have the 12th to deal with.
What a sight it is, too. In that traditional Sunday hole location. Let's go to 14.
And Christian Bezuidenhout here at the short par 4. Look at that. It just chipped it maybe 2.5 feet in the air, down the hill. Well, we showed one from over there with Tiger earlier.
Yeah, that was a mini Tiger coming from the shorter cut.
Back down the lake to the 12th.
Let's see what Happen can do with this.
He's been a little bit of a wizard with a wedge today.
This 12th actually the hardest hole in the golf course today, playing a half a shot over par.
At 15, we've got M for birdie. And he pulls even with Finau for 5th at the moment.
Under par round today is stellar.
Back at the 12th, struck him.
Thought he made putts, but just enough fringe grass in front to force the chip shot.
Got away from him, Mark.
Yeah, and that's downhill too there.
It's going to be a little bit of a wait for the final pairing.
Not exactly the sort of shot that you want to get iced over.
Just how hard is it? 3.5 stroke average, as you said. The hardest hole of the day, with only 1 birdie surrendered here. It was Russell Henley who did it.
He hit it to 2 inches. I don't know how the heck he did that, but it's unbelievable.
Incredible. Russell, one of those we spoke of earlier, that delivered a eulogy to remember Grayson Murray here Tuesday morning at Memorial Park. Straka for par.
Add another to the list of casualties on this tough hole.
Yeah. He's down on himself for that second shot. Straka, though, becoming a pretty regular participant in the Sunday afternoon coverage.
Yeah, he's had some great finishes. 5th at the Heritage, 5th last week.
Remember, he was playing in the mix at the Wells Fargo, too.
Yeah, ended up 8th there. That's a good save.
So had one up and down out of that front bunker. That drops him into a tie with Finau and M. 3 under par gets you 4th right now. His only birdie coming at the par 5 7th hole. Meanwhile, Scheffler has not birdied any one of the par 5s yet today.
Trevor, I agree with you. This is not a tee box you want to stand on for too long. I mean, there is nowhere to hide here. Absolutely no bailout.
What do you got for wind right now, Colt?
It's dead back into their face.
Yeah, that is so tough playing downhill into the wind.
I mean, it's so easy to pull this ball, but anything long and left is just pretty much guaranteed a bogey.
Yeah, if you pull it, you're going to run out of green quick because of the angle at which it sits.
It's a beautiful hole, but it's a mean one. I would have to think that shot of Russell Henley's might have been an accident. He's pulled 7-iron, 171 covers in line.
Let's see if, okay, he's going down the grip here, so maybe trying to flight it down a little.
This one at the center of the green. That's a really smart shot.
Beautiful. 9 out of 10 right there.
We'll be hearing from our host Jack Nicklaus here shortly. But Scottie, with his win at Augusta and his win at the Players, joins Jack and Tiger. Now is the only the third to ever win Players and the Masters in the same year. Tiger in 2001 also won the Memorial. So Scottie, if he can win today, would join Tiger's only one to have all three of those in the same season.
A shot with similarities to the Sunday hole location at Augusta. You just don't go there. Unless you're Scottie.
Yeah, I was going to say, look at this one.
Wow. I got goosebumps. That is so good.
His wins coming at Arnold's event in March. The Players, that incredible matchup again with Wyndham Clark. The Masters when he was paired with Morikawa. Backed it up the following week with a win at Harbortown at the RBC Heritage, winning on a Jack Nicklaus design course. Jack and Pete Dye collaborating on that Sea Pines beauty. Scheffler leads by 2 in close at the 12th.
Scottie Scheffler still maintaining that high level of performance that we're now becoming so accustomed to. It doesn't look like there's too much room for improvement based on what he's treated us to through the first 5 and now into the 6th month of our FedEx Cup schedule. He is over par today, though. Second into 17 for Rory. McIlroy, 1 birdie on each 9. He's over par. This from 178 yards. It will run to the edge of the green, so he will at least have a putt from there to see if he can hold it for birdie. Now Adam Hadwin. Immediately alerting the fans to the right. And that will find that first cut of rough, so certainly not a terrible spot to operate from. He'll be working from that right first cut of rough, and that angle in provide a little bit of a challenge in terms of his angle. Back left pin. Now Max Homa at 18. His third traditional Sunday pin on that left side of this green. And Homa watches as that one works about 6 feet past the cup. Looking to see if he can manage it from there for par. Homa, like a lot of others today, just have battled their swing. Shane Lowry now. Lowry in the fairway as he works the 17th. Pin to the bottom left, 171 yards. McIlroy with his second. He's just to the left side of the green. And this is well offline. Lowry did not catch that cleanly. He will be scrambling from a distance.
Well, Trevor, here at the 12th, we've seen 2 superb shots off the tee. Morikawa, we thought that was a dandy, and then along came Scheffler.
And really impressive when you consider he's got the 2-shot lead. Morikawa's got the honor and hits the good shot in there. And Scottie says, OK, Collin, I see that, but how do you like this?
Take a look at this.
I think Collin going first reinforced what was happening with the wind for Scottie and made it a little clearer.
Trevor, I don't think people at home realize how good those 2 shots were. I mean, that target is so small.
What do you like for Reed here?
It's going to move from his left to right the entire way. Gets pretty quick, too.
Yeah. We saw Straka chipping from this side, and it got away from him.
He's aiming out there a good 3-4 feet.
Yeah, great view from here.
Well, this is good looking here.
How about it?
How about it, indeed. Well, Jack Nicklaus knows about birdieing the 12th on Sunday. He did it 40 years ago on his way to winning this event for the 2nd time. Boy, that putter's never looked better.
You're right. Just perfectly read. It went in with such great speed, it didn't even disturb that flagstick.
This is what you're talking about.
It's the longest putt he's made this week.
You saw Scottie give him a little nod, didn't you? Good putt. Now, can he match it? For the moment, his lead's down to 1. We are going to have some sort of drama over these last 6 holes. Collin Morikawa with only the 2nd birdie of the day at the 12th, joining Hindley. Look how far out he played this, Trev.
Yeah, more than 6 feet. I think we're going to have a nice, fun finish here for the next couple hours.
Question. Well, Morikawa is a Golden Bear. He went to Cal. They're called the Golden Bears. Speaking of another one, Jack Nicklaus. The 18 majors, the 73 all-time wins, the 2 times he took his own event, 6-time Ryder Cup captain, winning the World Golf Hall of Fame 40 years ago, and there he is receiving the Congressional Gold Medal. Ohioan. Right there, John Boehner, Speaker of the House at the time, presenting that to him. He was here this week. So Hadwin, meanwhile, at the 13th.
Trying to fashion something low and under the trees. And this is on a great line.
Using all the contours and roll. Mark, this is going to be tremendous.
Frank, shot of the day.
It's got better and better.
Incredible.
He'll have that to get to 8 under. To 18. Take it away.
Here's the man who won it a year ago from Oslo to Ohio. It was Victor Hovland. At the 72nd.
Been a tough weekend for Victor. 77 yesterday with a 42 on the back 9 and a 75 today.
Just right on the average of the field. Back to 13.
Scheffler looks like he'll take the corner bunker on.
With his length, he really has to be snug with that bunker, Frank.
Even that. Well, flag is on the left today, but all the pitch in the green goes that way as well. 14.
And Sahith Theegala here at the par 4. Beautiful short par 4, the 14th. And it's another birdie at 14, just showing you what's available for these leading couple of pairs coming up. Birdies available at 14 and 15. Sahith back into red figures at 1 under. That's in the top 10. The final 2 find their way up the hill at 13.
Rory McIlroy at 18. 2 over as he sets to play the last. Less than driver. And you can see the line of attack, a dog leg right. If you could play it off that elbow with enough yardage, you'll have a good line into this green. That's the center of the fairway. 313 yards to that fairway below. Siwoo Kim is at the green to finish up just off the back edge. And he will try and chip this on, send it working towards that hole. You see how quick it can be. And so Kim hoping that he has a chance to salvage the par. He played to a 3 over score on the front, 1 under coming in. Now Shane Lowry struggled at the 17th. This is offline to the right. That may bring the bunker into play. We mentioned the tree that's been removed from that side. There are 3 bunkers, but it does roll off that pitch of the fairway back a little more into the center of the fairway. Back edge here at 18, Tommy Fleetwood. Fleetwood just sending it softly down that fall line. Didn't give it enough though. And so another disappointing play. Fleetwood knows that's going to leave a tough par play. 9 under for Scottie Scheffler. He's up by a shot right now. 8 under for Collin Morikawa. They are 2/3 of the way through their final day, working the 13th now. Adam Hadwin solo 3rd, and then a big gap back to 4th. A 3-way tie there.
And Adam Hadwin can close within 1.
Gave this one the full Monty reading.
Oh, he missed it on the high side. Sort of fished it out there a little bit. Well, huge missed opportunity, Jim.
I was thinking just like a swap 50 versus like trying to 56. Trying to step on a 56. I'd rather just flop a 50.
That way you can almost like aim left at the over face, look at him and take it back.
If it does end up in the corner of the bunker, it's not the end of the world, right? No. Obviously, like just that.
So, just for reference, just for your feel, like you're trying to get to land like 110, just short of the front.
The tree in front seems a problem, Cole.
Yeah, he's looking up, though. He does have a pretty nice lie. It's over where the gallery trampled it down. Just 135 left. But he's got to hoist it.
Sounded like he wanted to go with the gap wedge and actually open the face up.
Yeah, his 50-degree gap wedge going to open the face up a little bit. And he can land this short of the green, and it should tumble. Cleared rather easily.
You can say that again.
What a golf shot, Frank.
Will it stay on?
At least to be going back up the hill from that side.
Mm-hmm.
You think a high 90 shot with this club? Yeah.
Similar process for Scottie. Magic number is 102 to the front. And it, as we know, will release. But beyond the hole, you putt back uphill.
Almost links like there.
Is this
That's
any
pretty
good?
special.
Wow.
I think he knows a few things. That was impressive. To 14.
Must hit it in the fairway down here with that back tight hole location.
Tee shot made a little easier with a helping breeze.
We saw there on the graphic, had a double bogey here yesterday. Hate not to at least make par here. As we throw it down now, here's 13 green, Frank.
Thank you, Ian. Just like to bring in Jack Nicklaus. Jack, there's an extra dimension now in these conditions. The wind, we just saw a couple of shots roll, release. Your opinion?
Well, 13's playing exactly what I wanted. I opened the front up to allow the ball to run short and run in. And if you happen to be in the edge of the rough like Scottie was, he played it far enough short and then let the ball run out. Collin had a little more difficult shot, having to play over the tree, carried it a little further than he probably would like to have, and of course he ran right to the back. However, if you go to the back, you are putting back up against it, so it's not too bad.
I'm just going to agree with him, Frank.
I think you'd be right to do that, Cole.
A little surprised he's going with the putter here, though. See if it bounces on him coming out of this fringe.
Well, the putter's been hot.
Little bobble.
Got the hardest putt he's had a hit all day.
Just foreshadowing with what these players have left. There's only one hole from here on out that is playing under par for the day, and that's the par 5 15th. It's going to be a grind to the finish.
They're going to have to earn it, that's for sure. And it's almost a coin flip, so this potential birdie would be huge for Scheffler. Started the day with a 4-shot lead.
If anything, Frank, this ball will want to just lead a tiny bit to the right. Needs to have some pace.
He's had a lot of near misses today. It's probably the worst putt he's hit too.
Yeah, up and out very quickly.
Whew, that was low when it was halfway there.
Yeah, posture wasn't very good.
You almost see the right hand just sort of trying to work the face back. He knew he'd made a bad stroke. Everybody feels it.
2 holes in a row. He can't take advantage of unbelievable approaches.
Still leads by a single shot, though. A much sterner face as he goes to 14.
And from the center of the fairway, Adam had one.
Right at the television tower would be ideal.
Try and spin it a little left, right. Oh,
wow.
That took a big 10-yard bounce into the rough.
Gigantic bounce.
Looked like it buried down in there too.
Yeah, it sure did. To remain in red figures, just one of 3 players, Sungjae Im, in red figures today, and that's for par at the difficult 17th. The last 3 holes, 2nd, 4th, and 5th hardest 3 holes on the course. Sungjae in 4th as we head to the last.
And Rory finishing up his tournament with a birdie attempt.
It's been a wicked back nine for him. Bogey 10, double 11, bogey 12 to get this side started.
He's going to have that little tap in for 76. Tied 15th.
6 greens yesterday, 9 today. He's going to need to clean that up before he gets to Pinehurst.
This is what's straight ahead for the final pairing. The 14th. One of the most enjoyable holes to watch as far as strategy in the game of golf, Jack.
It's probably my favorite hole in the golf course. I love short par fours, and here you really just got to play a really, really good tee shot. You've got to be in the fairway, and then you've got to make up your mind how much of the green you want to bite off on the carry. Whether you want to take it in at the hole or take it short and let it run around the green. You've got your opportunities.
And that one finds the fairway, Jack. As you said, it's you've got to hit it in the fairway, and it's not easy. It's pretty narrow down there. You're hitting downhill.
It's a lot harder than it looks. Even playing about a 3 or 4 iron.
I hit 4 iron here yesterday. Given the friskiness of the wind, it might not even be that.
Has played the last 5 holes better than anyone in these last few groups. He's 5 under par is Scottie Scheffler from 14 through 18 this week. Can he do that again today? He's 1 in front.
Now out of this bunker. Looks like a decent lie. Sepp Straka. Grounded and set. That one, you could see he wanted to be aggressive, knowing he was going to try and attack that pin, but had it not hit the flag, chances are that would have coasted all the way through the green. Nick Dunlap, his score level par. Second coming into 17. Dunlap, a winner earlier this year for this from 174 yards, and it bounces off the stick. Great shot in. He is trying to battle back to 1 under for the week, despite a triple on 9 earlier today. Hadwin out of this rough. You have to go with that open club face and then just hope it settles somewhere near the pin, and it does. So Hadwin, it looked like he was trying to lead with the heel. That did open the club face a bit more. So Scheffler and Morikawa making their way up. Scheffler with that play right there in the fairway. Both he and Morikawa set up well. Straka now to see if he can hold this. No, not quite. So that will be a tap-in bogey. Straka losing his way on the back half. Unfortunate lost shot. That's the 4th on the back 9 for the Austrian. So he slips to 1 under par, still in red figures for the week, but it's slipping away. The 17th for Christian Bezuidenhout. Second into the penultimate hole. Good swing. That one holding just past the pin. Birdie chance coming up.
Collin just surveying his lie there, center of the fairway. And up on the green, Adam Hadwin. Just a little cleanup. Unbelievable chip there down the hill, Jack.
He had a great chip down the hill. Boy, has he been solid this week. He's been absolutely terrific.
Solid personality, very smooth, sweet swinger. Said he's a bit of a throwback in the way he thinks about the game. Just goes about his business, and he's doing it pretty well. Average proximity today on this short par 4, just 369 yards, almost 50 feet. Just tough to get it back into that area. If you hit it left and it gets a big bounce like Adam Hadwin's, it shoots into the rough left.
It's just 10 yards wide back there.
And you've got to control the bounce, the spin. Are you curving it in? You know, are they trying to cut it in a little bit? Use the shape of the green, as Jack suggested earlier.
Way shorter. This is even more up to right. Shorter. What is the hole again? The hole's 38. Okay. Forefront 38 hole. So 9 short of that? 9 short of that is the cover, and yeah. 9 short. Like 38. One big huge hop and a little spin.
You're on that number, yeah?
Yeah. Does that sound right to you? Yeah. 38 says 28, 29. 8
Killed me.
38 pin, and we got 6. So, yeah.
So give me lines.
To me, with trying to land that number, we're trying to land it. You have to be inside the TV tower. Yeah. And your right would be like
where the red stake,
where the red line is down. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to see how the fairway comes out.
Yes.
So like a step inside of that, left.
One step inside that. To me, that lands.
So
that lands
does that make sense?
Here.
We're landing that at the number, right? Does that make sense?
Wow, there's a lot of numbers, a lot of thinking here, a lot of discussion.
That was 29, a little bit of downwind.
Jack, did you ever lean on your caddy that much?
I love that.
I really didn't. I figured it out myself, but I also, you know, I respected their opinion, but I had to be responsible for my own shot.
Of course.
Opportunity for him to put some pressure on Scottie here.
Just a massive first bounce, and that's going to get through the green and be very difficult from there.
A really popular miss, though, Trevor. That was a 10 to 12 yard first bounce.
It's like landed on a
with
trampoline.
A yeah.
I would say the helping wind has made this shot much more difficult.
No one's coming up 45 feet short, I can promise you that.
I mean, he hit it exactly the way he wanted, exactly the way that they were talking about it.
Makes it easier for the second player in the group, having seen that.
Or tougher.
More pressure.
Depending on who you are.
I think he'll find it just fine. You've got to land at 50 feet short and 25 feet left.
Yeah, 126 will cover if you care to go that aggressive of a line. That was very fortunate.
Oh, boy. Fortunate it didn't go in that left bunker, but it may have come onto the green as well. Lots of thought here at 14 green.
Now the birdie chance for Christian. Good shot in. Took one hop past this pin. And now 15 feet above the cup. Just a little break. It comes down through just a slight fall line. And then it climbs again, left to right. A little too much, though, in terms of the break that he was looking for. So it'll be a par. And the South African making sure he's not in the line of Nick Dunlap. So he will clean that up. 2 birdies on each 9, a score of level right now. So 3 under for the week, and certainly solid work. He's T4 on the board. Sung J M looks like a baseball swing right now that he's planning for. Down in the bunker, and he was barely able to catch that. So it advances, but only a few yards, about 30 yards it looks like, and it's still in the rough on the right. And he was in that bunker right of the fairway. Tommy Fleetwood signing for fans here. And definitely a great opportunity for these youngsters to see the stars. Fleetwood finishing with a disappointing score today and 3 over for the week. 9 under for our leader, Scottie Scheffler, trying to win for the 5th time this season. Morikawa right alongside, trailing by a shot. Besadenhout holding top 4. Final round of the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday, and ultimately a signature event that Scottie Scheffler once again is in control of the leaderboard 700 FedEx Cup points. He could advance even further in terms of the season race. But Collin Morikawa trying to battle him all the way to the finish line, trailing by a shot.
It'll be Collin to go first here.
Nasty lie here, Ian. Just needs to land it on the edge of the green. Oh, how good is that?
Could not have played that any better. Once again, like that beautiful bunker shot he played back at 8. Gets the hands down low, grips down on the grip. Spectacular. Nick Dunlap hit the pin with his second shot here. This for birdie at 17. And the young stud, the young star from Alabama, winner this year on tour. First amateur to win on tour since Phil Mickelson 33 years ago. And he's in red figures. Now Scottie.
Ran beautifully through the fringe, but it's got some speed on it.
Also a good effort from that range. So
No
both these,
stress.
that was both shots, Dottie, there were difficult shots, and you have to pay a lot of respect to them.
No question. Just a genius design on this hole.
As Jack said, his favorite hole on the course. It was always mine as well as we head up to 15.
Schauffele's on the floor in 2.
Just a touch outside of 40 feet.
How about an eagle? Xander Schauffele to 2 under. And back to 14.
From just inside 4 feet, that one. Just in, but it's a 4. Heads to the 15th. 1 behind Scottie, 1 in front of Adam Hadwin. Just a 3-horse race right now. Sungjae Im's at 3 under in 4th. Just 1 birdie for Scottie Scheffler today. That's unusual. 1 over on his round. Started at 10. Have to knock it in the fairway at 15. Take advantage of this par 5.
And here's Hadwin at the 15th.
Hard lie, just forces the layup down there somewhere. Get a comfortable number in for the 3rd.
Okay, back in position.
So we got them lined up 9, 8, and 7. Scheffler, then Morikawa, then Hadwin.
And this is the one you got to take advantage of right here, the par 5. They've actually moved the tees up by about 35 yards today because it's playing back into the wind. Jack, so they decided to go to that front tee today.
Well, I think they really looked at all the 4 par 5s, and they felt like into the wind at 11, into the wind at 15, which one do we want them to get to? And they felt like the 15 was the best one. I think they liked, the tour liked, the opportunity to not have to play 130 or 40 yards 3rd shot and lay it up with an 8-iron. I happen to agree with them, and they called me this morning and asked, says, do you object to moving up? I said, absolutely not. You play the golf course where you think it should be played.
I love that. You got to get permission from the GOAT first.
No, they didn't get permission, but it was very kind of them to ask.
This is a beautiful tee shot here, right down the center.
Oh, that looked good.
Just to back up that decision about moving this tee forward, the meteorologist said it would start to blow a little harder about this time, and it is right on time.
Swallowed up by the bunker. And this is a hole he's taken advantage of this week. He's made an eagle and 2 birdies here.
Oh, he was open. And he held on. Up ahead, third shot, Hadwin.
Trying to make a lob wedge sing from 97 yards into the wind. Ball above the feet, though. That ball is spinning, but going left.
Hadwin needs to somehow get a birdie somewhere along the line, you would think. He's two back. Scheffler in front.
Back of 18 for Sungjae M, his fourth. And so M trying to make sure that he clears this out of the rough with a little less action on it. And it's going to go all the way to that back left corner. And so he was looking at about 37 feet. And it's just so tough to judge as to whether or not it will jump out of that lie or not. And so M still looking at about 10 feet to see if he can pick up the bogey. He's had a pretty good day in terms of minimizing the damage. One bogey, and that's going to be a double. So he was 1 under before coming to 18, and unfortunately that will be a 1 over 73 today. So he will drop from 3 under for the week down to 1 under par. 1 under is still good for a spot in the top 10. So Sungjae, solid week of work, but disappointing finish. So Scheffler, as he came into this final day of play, a dozen times he's had the lead, or at least a share of it, heading into the final round. He's been able to convert 1 out of every 2 of those leads into wins, operating at .500 with a 6 for 12 conversion rate. Led by 1 at Hilton Head Island. He won by 3. Led by a shot at Augusta, won by 4. And led by 4 earlier today, but now only up by 1. So we'll see how he can handle the pressure down the stretch with 4 holes remaining. The 15th for the final group, a par 5 and a scoring opportunity. Scheffler up by a shot. First, let's head to the green.
In time to see Hadwin for birdie. Get up that hill.
Had the line. He's got to try and figure out now how to make at least 1 birdie in the next 3 holes.
You saw what Nick Dunlap's card looked like. He birdied 15, parred 16, birdied 17. He's playing the 18th. How many people would have loved to be able to have that stretch?
No kidding. That's what he needs. You got to think 9 under, maybe playoff.
Now his caddy here, they had a long discussion at 14, J.J. Jakovac. He was a great player in his own right back in college at Chico State, and he was Division II college golfer. In fact, in 2004, 20 years ago, he won the Jack Nicklaus Award for the top player at Division II.
Yes, he did.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I'm not trying to kill it. To me,
I presented him a little trophy for that.
40, 41, 48. Like, it's just a little choke down my collarbone. Hear that.
Yeah, but that's still, you hit that shot, still fun to cut the front.
It's an award you, I think, was so great. You recognize the National Player of the Year at not only Division I, but Division II, Division III, NAIA, and even the National Junior College levels.
All of them, yes. Selected by the college coaches, Jim.
All right, Trevor, it's time to get amongst it here. 249 yards back into the wind.
Setting up for the fade.
This on a beautiful line, fading towards it.
2 holes in a row where he's hit great shots and hasn't been able to keep the ball on the green.
Okay, what can Scottie do here, Dottie?
It's a little simpler, Jim, than he had it at 10. That was 165 yards. He could advance it. We're in the ballpark. Just got to be careful not to get too snug down the left.
Okay, so Scottie will lean on his wedge again. Only 1 birdie so far in the round, and he's holding on to a 1-shot lead over Morikawa. Well, you can see how the winds are picking up, and we're live as Scheffler and Teddy Scott have been discussing this shot for some time.
Scottie's been looking like he was ready to go a couple of times and backed off. The numbers are 92 front, 107 total, plays up 3. And you've got 3/4 of a club worth of wind if you don't get a gust.
Got to keep it out of those right bunkers
at all costs. Just barely left of the flag.
Really good.
Over to 16.
Just 1 birdie here at 16. Only 1 player's hit it in the water, but Adam Hadden will have to come up with something special.
Gusty breeze at his back, and that's 8 iron.
Popular miss, that right bunker today. Let's go down to a man.
Down the stretch, tough holes here at Muirfield Village. That's the way Jack Nicklaus likes it. It's how he envisioned it when he constructed this beautiful piece of land back in the mid-1970s. Xander Schauffele with that eagle as he moves it to 2 under par. Schauffele taking advantage of one of the scoring opportunities on the back half. 15 playing as the easiest on the course today.
Well, Morikawa will be next to play. Down in 2 for a birdie. He's got a little sprinkler head cover right in front of him. Mark Duspapic, does he have any options here? Should he want to pursue it?
Yes, Jim, only if he affects his area of intended swing. Because it's not in the short grass and the ball is not in the fairway height either, the model local rule is not in effect in that case. So it would have to affect his area of intended swing, which is hard to see right now.
Doesn't look like he's entertaining that at all.
Yeah, Trevor, it's not going to be in his way.
Going to be quick down here, Colt.
Very quick and moving pretty good to the left. Walking up the fairway, he said he thinned that 3-wood pretty bad. Wasn't surprised that it got through the green.
Okay.
While we wait, real quick to 16.
The bunker shot now, important one.
Tough shot made harder by the fact that the lie was down sloping, Frank.
And the green also tilts from right to left.
Yeah, that wasn't a fun look.
Going to need his putter to get him out of trouble now to remain in the hunt.
Combined the last 3 holes today, there's only been 6 birdies,
including none at the 18th. Jack, you've been impressed with what you've seen with Morikawa's chipping and pitching.
He's pretty good.
'14th this season.
I don't look this to be a big problem for him. He's got a great touch. And you've seen so much variety from him. Plays it so many different ways. And this one, he'll let it get on the green and let it roll out.
Only had to hit that about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah.
And it is speedy. Pretty good.
I don't think that was his best, but still pretty good out of that kind of a line.
Before Scotty's attempt at birdie, we'll go to 16.
And a par putt. You're talking about difficulty of the golf course. Right now, Muirfield is on pace to be the second hardest course they've played this year, only behind Augusta National. Good effort, but he needs help now from the two in front.
Yeah, with holes running out. Probably a little too far back, Frank.
Yeah, Trevor, I think you're right. I mean, par 5. I mean, he hit a good putt.
Back at 15. Jack, if you had this putt, you were leading by 1, and your opponent was in close for birdie like Morikawa is, would you be thinking about that? I need to make this because I'm figuring he's going to make 4?
Well, I wouldn't even worry about what he's doing. I have to worry about what I'm doing. And, you know, I've got to try to make this putt. And,
Trying.
Oh, my gosh.
That's about the 3rd or 4th time today.
Yeah.
He's had one that's hit the edge and spun out.
I've never really worried too much about what my opponent's doing. I had to do what I had to do. I think that you're the only person you can control, and if you start worrying about him, then you're not going to do anything that you should do for yourself.
Yeah, it's a waste of energy, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Disbelief. That's another one to add to that clip that we had before with all the close calls, and now we have a putt for a tie at the top. Wasting no time. Oh no. He's putted so well all day today. It's really the only time he hasn't flirted with one dropping. So it's still a 1-shot game with 3 to play.
Seemed to roll well, but under-read.
So now you got these 3 holes to go. They're all brutes. Let's talk better decisions here at 16, Trev.
Hole location in the back left corner today, and with the wind down out of the left, the screen has been only hit about 1/3 of the time this week. Extremely difficult to get it on in regulation. You see there, if you miss long or just past, no gimme up and down either. Anything that finishes on the green here is a great shot.
And the stats certainly back that up today, Trevor, with only 1 birdie here. It's been very difficult when you compare the two, the way in which they've played these closing 3 holes. The advantage goes to Scheffler. You look at another way too. Collin, he won the Open Championship in 2021. He's had 1 win since then. Scheffler 10. Confidence counts sometimes in these situations.
That's right.
And tracing this hour, it's presented by TrackMan. You get to see all these wonderful ball flights.
Frank, even though the tee's moved up, I would have to imagine there hadn't been too many balls close here today.
No, I think it's a wind condition too, isn't it, Colt? The wind's coming off the left and helping. And for a guy that cuts it, this is a bad fit.
Yeah, I think he would happily take something about 25, 30 feet right of the hole here.
I got the closest to the hole as Taylor Pendrith, who played much earlier in the day at 16 feet 4 inches.
It's probably when there's a little more moisture on the greens, played a little softer. New tee looks beautiful. Move 25 yards further right. Make the angle a little more simple.
I'm sure he feels like he's got to pick one up coming to the house if he wants to catch Scottie, but This isn't one you can take on, Frank.
No.
You got to be disciplined here.
9 can go 60. I mean, we're asking for 18 yards of help.
You know, what I tried to do here was give him the front part of this green. And I knew that Saturday and Sunday the pins would be back. So, you know, do you want to take it on or don't you want to take it on? That's the question, really, over this shot. A lot of guys are taking it on and they get in trouble. But you can take the front half of the green on and still be in pretty good shape.
Now, if you were in this situation, wind down out the left hole location, would you be trying to turn a little draw in there?
I think you have to, but I don't think I'd be trying to get it back to the pin, not with the conditions that the greens and firm as they are. I'd be trying to figure out how I can get it into the middle of the green and leave myself a 20, 25 footer.
That's 8-iron on the way, headed at the right side of the green.
Might be in the first cut. The average proximity for players that have actually kept it on the green is a shade under 61 feet.
Wow.
Ball sitting up though there for Morikawa.
Well, he did exactly what I said he was trying to do. Put the ball in the front part of the green and go ahead and take your putts. Not trying to challenge it.
Yeah, we're hearing this is 8-iron in Scottie's hand, and the line is between the right edge of the build out and the left edge of the camera tower. Very clear, simple target.
He can hit it much higher than Morikawa. Let's see if he does that here.
That's right. Starts exactly on that line. Wind pushing it to the right now.
That's the third time this week he's been right there, that right side, right of the green where there was a bunker a year ago. Well, they're both 27. They both have won a couple of majors. Morikawa and Scheffler trying to get that connection point with the legend of the game and get that handshake at the end of the day with Jack Nicklaus.
Scottie Scheffler trying to win for the 5th time this season. He already has a staggering 11 top 10s. His first win during the FedEx Cup season coming at the Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard. He was in control, a signature event, able to collect 700 FedEx Cup points. He was on his way with that cardigan sweater in honor of Arnie. And then TPC Sawgrass, the stadium course with that beautiful island green. And for Scottie, he was trying to become the first to defend a player's title, and he was able to do it with great shot making, finishing at 18 with the par. And that trophy in his hands, consecutive years. And then after winning at Augusta, he goes on to Harbour Town. Beautiful display of golf all 4 days in the 60s, including a 63 on Saturday that put him in position to take control of the leaderboard and able to win for the 4th time the tartan jacket off Calabogie Sound. And when we take a look at players with 5 wins in a season, Tiger a staggering 4 times he was able to do that, including 3 consecutive years. Spieth and Day both doing it in 14 and 15, and then Justin Thomas in 16 and 17. The points, we project them right now, it would be a 2,100 point lead where Schauffele is at on this leaderboard and where Scheffler sits with the lead. He's up by about 1,600 points right now, but he would increase his margin.
Turn to the 18th, and Bezuidenhout has a putt for birdie, which would be the first of the day at this hole. He's going to have an even par round, but you're making up a lot of ground on others if you can shoot that. He's going to finish 4th.
Yeah, this is going to be his 3rd top 10 of the season. To do it in a signature event is a huge boost for him.
He had that close call in the desert beginning of the year. Nick Dunlap won. Finished second to him. But we're back at 16.
Long green. And Jim, as you mentioned before, Scottie Scheffler's only hit this green once. All 3 times coming up nearly the same position.
Not possible to have a longer attempt with a putter in your hand, really. Just nothing mechanical about this. It is all about feel for him.
Yeah, judge how it comes off of that ridge on the right.
Solid contact is the first part of the equation. That's going to have to go, Trevor.
Very timid.
Yeah, got to believe that was hit on the bottom of the club face. Didn't even sound very good.
So for the second hole in a row, the door is open for Morikawa.
To 17.
Had to take a deep breath there, as does Adam Hadwin here.
Downwind under the rough. Little chance to keep this on the surface, Frenchie.
Only chance he had there was to land it in the front and bounce it up. Back at 16.
Morikawa played this quickly.
Frank, that was mishit. Absolutely scooped it.
What is going on?
It's amazing, really, isn't it? We don't see a lot of par 3s like this. All the par 3s here are difficult. 2 best iron players on tour come up a little short. A lot of green to work with, and this is just clearly mishit. How much grass gets between ball and club?
Just the worst feeling when you're playing for it to come out hot and that grass gets caught between and just comes out with nothing on it.
Thought it was going to be the battle of the hitters. It's going to be the battle of the putters now. Really good finish here, though. You get the opportunity going up the hill on 15, reachable par 5, and then 3 holes head back to the clubhouse starting here.
Yeah, Frank, we're watching the best in the world struggle. Just 6 players are under par for today. 5 of them completed in the clubhouse. And then this man, Morikawa, who's 2 under for this round.
Tom Lehman's record of 30 years ago, 4 straight 67s, not in jeopardy. It's a great performance, 20 under.
Yeah, Frank, you cannot fake it around here. It tests every bit of your game.
Another shot dropped. Scheffler gets another chance for a 2-shot lead.
Last year's winning score was 7 under. This is playing out in a similar fashion.
Well, this is certainly a guy who loves the grind. Harder the better. He feels like he has more shots than everybody else. Never going to hear him complain. He's just going to be out about his business.
Dottie, he's been close all day long. If you followed his 10 wins that have come recently, he's had a lot of moments just like this. And does it again. That par felt as good as any birdie. One more look at this. The stroke. This one had conviction.
Sure did. And the reaction.
It was Jack Nicklaus-like.
Thank you, Frank. But I don't think I made that many at that when I needed to that well. That was a pretty good putt.
It's getting a little closer to shaking the great man's hand.
Yeah, that was huge, Frank. Makes his way up to the 17th tee. He had a chance a couple of times to shake the great man's hand, finishing third here twice in 21 and 23. Today he has a 2-shot lead with just 2 to go. And as you said, not many players hold more putts when it really counted than Jack Nicklaus.
I know it's about time you go down greenside at 18. A couple of things, though, before you go. Just want to send along our best wishes to a couple of great pals who are a little under the weather. Larry Dornish, who has served this club so well for so many years. I know he's watching right now. And Charlie Meacham, who's been in your captain's club all those years. Both of them are in our thoughts right now.
Well, Larry's actually doing a lot better. He's recovering well. His son Peter has taken over the job as head professional here, and you know, we're wishing Larry well. I know he's watching, and of course Charlie Meacham, who has been a longtime friend for many years and a member of our captain's club, has had a fall the other night, and I talked to him just a little while ago, and he's doing fine. And he was the one on Wednesday who made the announcement to your 2025 honoree for the 50th edition. It's now time to announce the honoree for next year. Yeah, but I can't get it out, Jim. It's Barbara Nicklaus.
Oh,
that's
that's
hard
awesome.
for me to get out.
Fantastic.
I'm sorry, but you know, Barbara has meant so much to this tournament. From everything I've been, everybody's, you know, honored Jack Nicklaus, but Barbara Nicklaus has been right there with everything that's happened, and the captains felt like, you know, with the 50th running of the of the memorial, that it was fitting that Barbara be the honoree. I broke down and cried the other night. I'm crying again now.
That's fine. We understand. It's absolutely the perfect choice. You were the honoree at the 25th edition.
Yes, I
She'll
was.
be the honoree at the 50th edition. And there is no tournament without Barbara.
No,
There's
Barbara.
no Jack Nicklaus.
She's been honored by so many people, by the USGA, the PGA of
Bob
America,
Jones Award, the Ambassador
of Golf, so many things, but not here at Muirfield. And she's been behind the scenes with everything that's happened. And I thought that was a very emotional choice for me.
That'll be next year. In the meantime, in July, you guys will celebrate yet another special anniversary.
Number 64. Yes, it is.
I want to thank you, Jack.
Thanks, Jimmy.
It's been a wonderful
Trevor,
week.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for
Appreciate you
having us.
guys are always great. And all the boys back in the booth and all the guys out here, thanks so much. And, you know, I need to get down to the 18th green, and you never know. Adam Hadwin's coming in. I do not want to miss Adam. And, you know, I expect the group to come from behind him. But in just in case it's Adam, I want to shake hands.
A handshake awaits someone who's going to remember it for a lifetime, as we'll remember all these times we've had with you.
Okay, thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Jack.
Much
Barbara,
appreciated.
congratulations. Wow, that's only perfect.
Wasn't it?
Only perfect. As we go out to the 17th.
A cheerful moment, and congratulations, Barbara. So thoroughly well deserved. Lovely lady. Tough chip there for Adam Hadwin. He's come up about 15 feet short left for par. Has a 3-shot cushion on 4th place in 3rd himself as we watch Scottie.
Now in the position where 4 good golf swings could get the job done.
That's what he has to do, Dottie. So well said. My mentor, the great Peter Thompson, said, don't worry about hitting balls, son. Get a handful of balls and go out to 17 and 18 and practice making 4-4 to win. And around at Muirfield, if you can go 4-4 in these 2 holes, that's pretty special every day, especially today. This one for 4. So a bogey for Adam. Outright 3rd at 5 under. Now Collin. Go for the fade.
That one is leaking towards that bunker, Ian. Oh, going to come up just short, though.
Oh, got a soft bounce. So Collin Morikawa has to do something special. You would doubt very much that Scottie Scheffler will stumble again. 2-shot lead, 2 to go here. 2 of the best in the world. Can Scottie win another?
Adam Hadwin at the 18th.
Get the sense the air has come out of his balloon a little bit, Jim.
Yes.
But that's a good tee shot, though.
Boy, you go back to that putt he had at 13. That would have put him within 1 of the lead in the 8 under par had he made it.
That's right. Just overread that right to lefter.
Back to 17.
Well, it's a beautiful look, isn't it? Scottie will be first to play here.
Slightly left of it. Split the pin in the shot.
The total, Ian, is 189. The front is 182. This will be a breeze-aided 8-iron.
Only 14 players have hit this green today. Out of 49, 14 on the surface.
Well, that's high enough that it has a chance.
And a popular miss because you're trying to land it just on to keep it in the middle of the green. Depending on the lie, though, it shouldn't be that hard to chip.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's thinking, is hopefully that just perches up a little bit.
Back to 17.
And Collin set to go.
Coming off an upslope so he can hoist it way up in the air.
He certainly has with an 8-iron.
Oh, that too short and bounces well back.
Ooh, there's water down below, but the rough's thick enough it should hold it up.
Yeah, it stayed on the hill.
Stayed on the hill. All right. And it is a little upslope of the green there for him, for Collin. Both guys played together in the Ryder Cup in 21 and 23. The President's Cup in 22. Both the same age, 27 years of age. Played in that great 2017 Walker Cup team together as well at LACC. Played a lot of golf together. Morikawa definitely has some work to do here at 17 and 18 with a 2-shot deficit, trying to win the Memorial presented by Workday.
Now back to 17.
Yeah, that would be a special moment for he and his wife Meredith, for sure. Maybe Collin has a decent lie here by the look of it.
Yeah, it's on the upslope. Plenty of green to work with. He's had his chances. Ian just hasn't been able to capitalize the last few holes. Be a good time for a chip in.
Well, he had a run at it. Yes, the difference in the 2 putts at 16 was the big difference, wasn't it? That 15, 18 footer that Scottie holed was just amazing in the heat of the battle. But Collin holds some good ones too, from 7 through 9. 3 really good putts. Kind of started to apply the pressure today. Made Scottie stumble a little bit. Can't see the ball, Dottie, but slight upslope.
Way better than average lie. The grass is sitting very neutral. Holeable. Oh my.
Did a little bit better job than Adam Hadwin, just ahead of him, but the same sort of result. Kind of chubby. Club got stuck in the hill. Some work to do. Here is Hadwin, 18.
Uphill downwind. That's 8-iron.
Wants it up.
Now he wants it down.
Yeah, no kidding.
Golly, these greens have been firm today.
Jack. And Jack the second. With the honoree for next year right in between. And back to 17. That was not Scheffler-like.
The chip shot, no. Especially we say how good he is, maybe the best in the world at the moment around the greens. But I've been seeing that shot all day, and everyone's making that same mistake, getting a little stuck in the upslope. Grass is sticky and long there. And he didn't want to be long with the chip because it's a difficult putt down the hill.
Gonna have to lean on that putter for the second hole in a row.
The length of that putt, 8 feet 5 inches. Collin Morikawa, 6 feet behind the hole. At least this one, Dottie, you're there. You can see this is a little uphill, a little right-left.
Absolutely. I think if he splits the lip, the high lip with some pace, it should be just fine. Still trying to hit shots in between gusts.
Broke across the front of the hole, and that's a bogey for Scheffler.
With quite a lot of speed, too.
Definitely broke more than he thought. It wasn't a miss-hit putt, as you said. Plenty of speed going by. So now, Collin needs to hold his to get one closer with just one to go.
And Ian, this is one down the hill. He's got to get outside the hole, I believe. Seeing how much Scottie's broke coming up the hill. Just a massive moment.
He's made it. Big putt in a big moment from a big-time player. Morikawa remains 7 under heading to the last. Scottie, a little clean-up work to drop back to 8.
I love that as he's walking back to JJ there. He's like, come on, man, come on.
So a bogey for Scottie there at the 71st. Will a par up the last be enough for his 5th win of the season? And his 5th in the last 8 starts. 3 bogeys and 1 birdie on the card as we go to 18.
And here's Sepp Straka with a wonderful touch. And the first birdie of the day at the 18th.
That'll make a tough back 9 feel a little better. Look at that, just 2 pars on the back.
That moved them up into a tie for 5th with Åberg.
You know what the best part is? That right there. Did it in front of Jack.
Now Hadwin. We're coming down to the 72nd hole. The difference is 1. And Morikawa has the tee.
Got some helping wind going with driver.
Can he put the pressure on?
Oh, that got a nasty kick to the right, Trevor.
Believe it's down in one of those bunkers. Yep, there it is.
Well, he picked up his tee so quickly. It was as if he thought it was going to be just right.
Yeah, he may have some lip trouble there too.
What will Scottie do here, Dottie?
Seems from my vantage point that that might not be driver in his hands.
Hit 3-wood yesterday with a draw into the middle of the fairway, DP.
Yeah, I like that play. Gives him just a little bit more room to work with.
It's hanging a little.
That's the kick that Morikawa desired. In the fairway for our leader. And reports are that his wife Meredith and baby boy Bennett are here, and they're making their way from the clubhouse to greet his greenside. Here's Hadwin for par. Oh, no. He's going to hold off Bezzadino by one shot to get the one spot that was available for the highest finisher not already qualified for Troon this year.
That's right. And a great bounce back after missing the cut in Canada last week.
The Memorial Tournament presented by Workday is sponsored by FedEx. See what we can do for your business. Infinity. And by Workday, the finance and HR platform. Well, that trophy made from Waterford Crystal in Ireland. Waterford Crystal makes many of the trophies handed out in the golf world, including the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
Appreciate it. Great week as always. That's all right. That's all right. It's playing tough out there. But I'll get him next year. Thank you so much. Great week as always. Thank you.
Pleasure. Sorry about the last 3 holes. It's okay. Tough golf course, man. Golly. Thank you. I appreciate it. Enjoy everything so much. Appreciate it.
It's a third place finish for Adam. Well, that's big for Scheffler to be in the fairway, and I know that Colt is heading over there to see what the situation is going to be for Morikawa.
Yeah, his ball is in the bunker, Jim, and he does have a little bit of a lip issue. He's going to have to get it up really quickly, but he has just 151 yards left, so I think it's doable.
Yeah, that was the advantage of going with driver down the breeze. It went 321.
Would you look at that support? What a spectacular scene it is here.
Fantastic. A couple of years in a row, we've had great weather for this tournament.
Don't jinx us for next year.
Mother Nature wouldn't dare mess with Barbara Nicholas.
There you go. So Scottie's got the first play here, Dottie.
He does, and it's 164 front, 179 to the hole. From here, it plays up 7 yards. Basically straight downwind.
Straight down?
Yes.
Hear Ted Scott talk about 10 behind it. 5 of it is pretty steep. You've got some room. You've got a backstop.
Yeah, but the back left portion of this green, Dottie, is rock hard. The
Yes.
ball is taking a massive bounce up there.
Yeah, definitely not. Those aren't doing enough.
I can take some off.
Let's do that. You got plenty behind. Yeah, on that line.
A high 60.
Yeah. This is the right play right now.
Yeah, this looks way better.
Yeah, pretty normal one, really. Okay. Lands by the pan. He's got plenty of room.
See those 3 windows in the roof there?
Yep.
That's the target.
Yeah, the right one is even better. Ball needs to stay in the air. 172. 8 iron. High and turning toward the hole, Trevor.
Easy. And it hops over.
And you have so little room to work with.
And it's so directly downwind.
Uh-huh.
Greens are firm.
Yeah.
That's kind of the area where we saw Sepp Straka hold it in the pairing ahead. This is not easy, though. for Morikawa.
Happy? Okay.
Not wasting much time here, guys. Going with 9-iron, 151, 146 covers in line.
All about contact here. And a lot of times when you try and hit it high out of a bunker, you can catch it heavy.
Sit. No.
Says sit.
He caught it clean, just left of the hole.
He too is over the green. A little deeper than Scheffler.
Okay, let's see who has the better short game.
Easy, but I got to make full contact, you know?
and the 2020 PGA. Winner of the 2020 Workday Charity Open played at Muirfield Village. A member of 2 USA Ryder Cup teams, 1 President's Cup team, 1 Olympic team. From La Cañada, California, Collin, Morikawa.
I don't care how battle tested you are, how acclaimed you are, how many tournaments you've won. This setting, with the tournament on the line, it not only gets your attention, but it's tense.
And Trevor, I think Collin going first, this is an advantage for him. He can put the pressure on Scottie if he chips one close.
He's got a downhill lie there, Colt. Have you managed to get a look at it or no?
It's sitting down, and it is on a downhill lie. And obviously, straight downhill once it gets on the green. I would say he has the more difficult shot of the two.
Yes.
Scottie's lie, not quite as steep, Trevor. Doesn't have to fly the ball as far either.
Yeah, he's got a slightly better angle, Scottie. He can play it out to the right a little more to slow it down. We've seen Collin hit a number of awesome short game shots. He's got 22 or 30 saves on the week. Just hoping for a soft first bounce.
Lands it a foot on. He's going to love this.
Can't do any better than that from there.
Only way to get it closer is for it to hit into the flag.
Well, there was a second there for a flicker. It looked like it might have a chance, and he was eyeing it too.
I love it.
He expected that to continue to turn a little bit toward the hole, but it flattened out. Now, what does that do for this man? Down and 2 to win. Pops it. That's no gimme.
Gosh, it landed so soft, Jim.
Morikawa's a little outside of him, but I would think he has the easier putt.
Absolutely, coming back up the hill. We had a playoff last year, Hovland and McCarthy. Have we got another one coming? Collin lost in a playoff here in 2021 to Cantlay.
And won the year before when there were 2 events staged here in a playoff against Justin Thomas. Well, actually, they've determined now that Scottie's away. Okay. So he's got a putt for the win. For his 5th in 8 tournaments. Yes! Scottie Scheffler has won the tournament. That certainly was a test all day. Morikawa now, there's no difference, miss or make. He's going to finish second alone, but they both got up and down for par.
And an under par round of 71 for Morikawa, which is amazing today.
Certainly would have been a little more drama had Morikawa
putted first and made it.
Yeah. But Scottie still had to answer. He knows the handshake is coming. Collin says, "You go first." And here it comes.
Thanks, appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks.
Happy to have you. Wonderful to have you as our winner.
Thanks, appreciate it. Well, thanks for a great tournament. Appreciate it. We'll see you up there.
The meeting of, many would say, the greatest, if not the co-greatest, and here we go. Now the hug.
Doesn't get better than that.
Nothing gets better than that. Scottie Scheffler just widens that insurmountable lead in the FedEx Cup standings. I was going to say the meeting of the arguably the greatest and certainly the best in golf today, a guy that has all the makings of being one of the greats.
Well, just think about the last 3 months. He's won at Augusta National, TPC, Sawgrass, Bay Hill, Harbour Town, and now Muirfield Village. If you did that in a career, you would be ecstatic. And he's done it in just a few months.
And he joins Tiger as the only players to ever win the Players, the Masters, and the Memorial in the same year. Down to Amanda we go.
Any of you here, someone just cue me. Done for everyone?
when you look from up above and you see this just enormous crowd surrounding 18, you know how special it is for the fans in this Columbus, Ohio area to crown another champion here at Jack's place, and with Mr. Nicklaus and his wife Barbara, the family all there ready to congratulate their newest winner. They are all sticking around here at 18. They are not going to miss out on the opportunity to see the interview, trophy presentation. They've been treated to quite a battle between Collin Morikawa and Scottie Scheffler down the stretch. In the end, 2 key par saves you would have to consider for Scottie Scheffler, with that bogey sandwiched in between the two. The save at 16 and the par at 18. Big moments for Scottie Scheffler, no question about that. And when you take a look at a quiet day scoring wise, he had just 1 birdie on his card, but the 5-footer at the 18th along with the 16-footer at 16. Big moments as he is now collective win number 5 here in 2024. Take a look at the putts. 28 putts on Saturday, 30 today. He was only able to hold 51 feet worth of putts, but it certainly gives you an idea how tough the golf course has been. And he lost only 2 shots today, both of them on the front side, and a ultimate 2 over 74 for Scottie Scheffler. Top 20, Tommy Fleetwood, 76 today. Let's head back down to 18 now. Amanda alongside Scottie.
Scottie, win number 11. The last 2 wins you had, Meredith could not be here. She was home preparing for the arrival of your first child. How special is it for all 3 of you to be together for this one?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's fun. He's getting a little sunburned right now, it looks like, but it's all good. May get my hat here in a second, yeah.
You not only did it in front of your family, but in front of the first family of golf. You got that iconic handshake from Jack Nicklaus. Barbara just came up to congratulate you as well. How significant, how important is this victory?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I feel like I've had some close calls of this tournament. This is a tough place to close it out. As you saw today, the golf course was playing so tough. And, I remember shaking Mr. Nicklaus's hand a few years ago here, and he told me, I didn't make the putt today, but one day I'll make the putt and, be able to shake his hand. And he was right. And so that was a pretty surreal moment to be able to shake his hand as a winner here. And, yeah, I'm honored.
Mr. Nicklaus all week talked about how your patience is what separates you from so many others. How important was patience on a day like today? And what does that look like for you when you're not seeing the putts drop like you're used to seeing? Yeah,
the golf course was playing so tough today. It was so firm, so fast. Closing it out down the stretch. 16, 17, 18 were playing brutally tough. And, it was a fun test of golf. I like it when it gets this hard. And, it was good to battle it out. Like you said, I didn't really do a whole lot great today, but I did enough to get the job done.
And one more time, just with Meredith and Bennett right here, what does it feel like to win as a father for the very first time?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. This tournament is very special to us, and it will be for a long time because of this moment.
Congratulations. Go celebrate with that happy, perfect baby you two made. Jim.
You can certainly see the smile on Scottie's face, and knowing that he is able to do it with his brand new family, just beginning the build of the Scheffler clan. And to have him there, definitely a special moment. And he's going to enjoy it. Certainly look back at what is a big accomplishment, winning the Players, winning at Augusta, and winning here in Dublin, Ohio. Pretty special for Scottie Scheffler. Victory number 5 of his 2024 FedEx Cup season. And you get the feeling he still has more in store for us. That's for sure. So the presentation of the trophy will be coming soon, but for now, Scheffler will sign that scorecard and get ready to celebrate tonight. Looking back, a great week of weather and so many big names in the game here to battle it out. You can relive it all by logging on to PGATour.com and listen exclusively to the winner's presser. Congratulations once again to Scottie Scheffler. This concludes the PGA Tour's final round coverage of the Memorial, presented by Workday. from Muirfield Village in Dublin, Ohio.